Welcome to DBL. We have a pretty hard story to start with, and I just want to open up a little trigger warning here. We are talking about suicide. Ashley Judd is opening up about her mom's tragic suicide and revealed that she was the one, Ashley, who found Naomi after she ended her life. Here's what she told GMA.
I went upstairs to let her know that the friend was there, and I discovered her. And so, because we don't want it to be a part of the gossip economy, I will share with you that she used a weapon. Mother used a firearm. When we're talking about mental illness, it's very important and to be clear and to make the distinction between our loved one and the disease. It's very real, and it is enough to. It lies. It's savage.
Let's take a moment there and just take that in. Lindsay, what did you think when you heard the news?
It really hit me when she said she doesn't want to be part of the gossip. You want to get ahead of your story. Sometimes you will see that people have incidents in their life and they do these interviews on Today's Show or Good Morning America, and you wonder why. She wants her own peace in her life. She's written about her own depression, and so that's a big deal. And I think to share that and be so transparent is important. Something that also stuck out to me during her GMA interview, she said that she's in the footwork department and that God is in the results department.
Wow.
And so she's doing the work in order to heal herself. And I think just saying that and letting you know that she's not fully healed and she's written about her depression is such an important thing to say, because celebrities seem bulletproof, but they're not.
Yeah, I mean, doing the work, wow, that's exactly what we're seeing now when we look at these young folks. You see Naomi Osaka, you know, obviously Simone Biles. Like, when they did it, people were not feeling that. But I think younger people are now seeing what the older generations are, and that depression's just a thing. And I know your grandfather said, Lindsay, that's not a thing. Get up and do some push-ups and go to work. That didn't work. And what we're seeing is a lot of people. I am amazed by the generations that came in ahead of us that didn't have antidepressants, that didn't have therapy, that was looked down upon, even like you can get kicked out of the church for that. I think we're all, as a race, of people, realizing how important mental health is, and now we understand that it affects everybody, especially people that are super talented like she was. You cannot have that kind of genius, Kanye, you know, without having the bad as well. It's in there. It's all genius and evil genius are just one word apart. And I think it's an interesting dynamic that we need to look at as human beings, is how do we want to treat mental health going forward so we have less of these stories, which I hope we do.
Which I hope we do too. And I really appreciate her saying separate the illness from the person, make a distinction, because depression doesn't discern if you're wealthy or not. I'm a really outgoing person. I could make friends with a pet rock, right? I was lost. But it wasn't Tori, it was a disease that Tori had. And that's so important to realize, that the decision Naomi made was in that moment where she wasn't Naomi. She was Naomi with that depression in that hole. And for anyone out there who feels alone, we have some numbers we want to give you on the screen here. And I just want to tell you from a very personal point of view here, from a TV person looking at you through the screen, I'm telling you, you are not alone. You are not alone. And I mean that from the bottom of my heart. Switching gears here. Whew. Hard topic. How many of you have seen this commercial starring Matt Damon? I made fun of it.
Yes, you did.
Take a look.
With 4 simple words that have been whispered by the intrepid since the time of the Romans: fortune favors the brave.
So stupid. Matt is not the only, it's so dumb. Matt is not the only celebrity promoting cryptocurrencies. My favorite, Gwyneth Paltrow, Tom Brady, Reese Witherspoon, Serena Williams, and many more have also urged fans to invest their money. But here's the thing. Major cryptocurrencies have seen some steep losses.
Oh, that one coin really bothers me. I don't like that.
Oh, really?
That one, I don't like that.
the dog one?
No, the one with the holes. I hate that.
Oh, yeah, you don't like that. That's right. Well, get this. More than $200 billion in value was wiped out in a day, one day. So now, if you don't know what cryptocurrencies are, we're not entirely sure either. Let's be super honest. It's like the cloud. No one knows what that is. But experts say they are a digital currency that's exchanged online, that's not tied to any government. But ultimately, what we really want to talk about is celebrities, and what responsibility do these stars have if they're telling fans to invest and then those fans lose their money? DBL Nation, you got to get in on this. We want to know what you think. How much are you influenced by celebrity endorsements? A lot, a little, or none at all? Go to dblvote.com to weigh in. Al, what do you think about this?
You know, I thought about these commercials ever since we saw the Matt Damon for the Super Bowl, and then there's one with Steph Curry. And they keep saying, well, Steph Curry, you're an expert on crypto. Tell us about it. He goes, no, I'm not. And he goes, no, you're really good with Bitcoin. Talk about it. I can't. And they baked in, Lindsay, an excuse, an out for all of these celebrities.
That they don't know what it is.
They said on the commercial, I don't know what I'm talking about. All I know is you can make money doing this. And if somebody, instead of Steph Curry, if I sidled up to you at a bar and said, hey, I don't know how this happens, but you give me $100 and I'll give you $300 by the end of the day, wouldn't you be like, well, this guy's scamming? You cannot make money with no repercussions. Like, no one knows how it happened. It just comes out at the end.
It's just magic.
Yeah, it's either money laundering or it's fake. And in this case, something seems off, Lindsay.
What do you think about the responsibility, too, of, is it Matt Damon's fault that this happened? Is this...
I mean, cryptocurrency has gone up and down and up and down. And I just don't take financial advice from celebrities that have mastered their craft and art or whatever they do. I have a financial planner. Even if you can't, there are people online that give TED Talks or speeches like Warren Buffett, who literally has said he would stay totally away from all these currencies and he invests in things that he likes, like See's chocolate. He saw an $8,000 return on that since 1972 because he loves chocolate. So why don't you start there with things that you actually enjoy and you buy every day? Like, let's say it's milk, or, you know, you should invest in things that you love. Like, Al, I know you really love your suits and things. Maybe there's a small growth that would happen over 30 years naturally if other people take a liking to suits. And so that's a good place to start as opposed to the new trend.
I'm sorry, I'm going to cut you off. I'm going to ask you guys a question. Like what you said got me thinking. What if it's a celebrity whose kind of main thing is attaching to their audience? Like, hey,
That's what I'm saying.
You know,
what if you really trust that celebrity to vet because they interact with their audience?
And you've been interacting with them for 10 years.
Exactly. And
let me tell you, I trust and love Beyonce. If Beyonce tells me to invest in something, it ain't happening.
Really?
Yes, I love her.
What about 22-year-old Lindsay?
And Lindsay, 22-year-old Lindsay made $30,000 a year. She wasn't investing in anything.
You weren't like 22-year-old Al.
Okay, that wasn't it. We weren't investing in anything.
I am not like you guys where I'll admit I'm much more gullible with celebrities endorsements, and I do my own research, but when Matt Damon, all these A-listers, I'm thinking, oh, it must be vetted. That's what I really, really think.
But then should they face a backlash for cashing a check? I mean, they're just like, hey, they told me to read the script.
Okay, Beyonce did CoverGirl. Shall I say that's the best makeup in the world? If I break out from it, should I be mad at her? Like, no, it's all a choice. You can decide what works for you. I don't think we should be bashing people for doing advertisements when we've been advertising since the beginning of...
All right, let's see our ad. None at all. How much are you influenced? 91% of you? You guys are way cooler than me.
That's not true because we wouldn't use celebrities if that was true. What do you think? They haven't done any research?
You guys are all lying.
Yes,
You're all lying.
It works, guys.
Coming up on DBL, we're continuing our classic commercial stars. Where are they now?
Is it me?
Nope, you're not in one. With the longest running doublemint twins.
Are they me?
They are not. Which is their favorite one to shoot? But first, the science behind a lie. We'll tell you how to spot one if someone is bending the truth. That's coming up next. Stay tuned.
Closed captioning provided by
Daily Blast Live is always focused, always on cue, always ready, always timely. This May, don't miss a day. DBL is all new every day. Check the temperature.
I want to take umbrage. I don't think I've ever used that word, audience, and I used it with you. I take umbrage with the fact that you guys said that celebrity endorsements don't matter. I mean, there's a reason that, you know, LeBron James signs with Nike and Dwayne Wade signs with Adidas or whoever he's with. It's because when celebrities wear things, when they eat things, when they say, this is what I did to get to where I am, it works on people. It works on almost everybody. So that's because I always wondered, like, why is it so important they gave this person $500,000 out of high school or college or whatever their thing is? And it's because they're people, for some reason, trust celebrity.
I do. I can't believe y'all said 91% of you. I definitely trust.
But maybe we're not even aware. Maybe you're not even aware. I think like when you see a commercial and you're like, wow, LeBron James eats Subway.
It goes into your...
When you're, you know, if you're in a food court and it's between Subway, Pizza, and Arby's,
your
like,
neural pathways makes that decision.
It's definitely a thing.
I think so too.
They never, the money that they give celebrities never gets less.
I know.
So it's
and you always see them in everything. And to be honest, if it's like someone I like style and they do like a clothing line thing or a makeup thing, I'm in the drugstore. I'm above going and trying that out because someone suggested it. Now, I also like influencers because I follow like makeup blogs, so I'll trust them more. But I also don't think it's Matt Damon's fault. But man, what a crappy
my mom
commercial.
specifically buys whatever Dre for the Slay recommends. She's buying it, so hopefully
But she can
but
touch
Dre's not getting when he was doing these. He's actually an expert in makeup, so that's the difference. Like, I appreciate.
Right. So
I don't know,
saying
like,
you can see
okay,
the
like
difference.
maybe one person I would be persuaded by would be Queen Latifah because she's looked consistently beautiful, and now she's represented CoverGirl, and now she's doing it again.
Yeah.
Like,
She's the equalizer.
exactly. So that would be the one. Okay, if there's one that.
Welcome back. Al, you're looking great today.
Well, thank you.
Ever wonder how you can catch a liar?
Oh
my God.
As soon as I said thank you, I was like, uh-oh.
What's the
that's
catch?
bad.
Well, science apparently has an answer. New research suggests that one of the best ways to find out, and this is really clever, is to ask someone who you suspect is lying to perform multiple tasks while you question them. Because they say it's easy to spot the liar because the extra brain power needed to perform that secondary task makes maintaining the lie that much harder. So if, for instance, you think your partner's lying, you ask them to do the dishes. While they're doing the dishes, you're like, so where were you last night? And you see how they answer while doing another task.
But what if they stop doing the dishes and they start talking to you? Are you going to say, no, Colin, keep doing the dishes?
That's also just like several tasks that have to work out perfectly in order for it to work out. Like, oh, begin typing. Now let me ask you the question. Oh, wash the dish. You know, that's like a lot of steps to get to the end goal.
That's true.
I mean, but there, you know, you guys know how I feel about old Judge Judy. All right, I'd listen to her. I'd think about, like, she says a lot of, like, really knowledgeable stuff. And she says, you don't have to think if you're telling the truth.
Yeah.
And it's a thing. I could tell if somebody goes, did you do DBL today? I could be doing 10 things and be like, of course. But if I didn't, I'd be like, oh, well.
You have to think about it.
And so I do think that I have a different tell, and it's the look away. I've talked to you about it. Okay, where's my camera?
Yeah, show the camera.
Okay, now Tori asked me a question.
Okay. Hey, Al, are you going to the movies later?
Yeah. I went.
That's so come on now.
It's a little dart. It's a little eye dart. It's an eye dart.
That was a large dart.
Well, I didn't know if the camera was on me, but you get my point.
Okay.
I think my most irritating lie is when people act aloof, like they don't understand something, and then it's like,
Give
okay.
us an example.
An example, like if something's going on and people act like they have no idea that it's happening, like, oh my God, I'm so confused. This is new news to me, breaking news. You know,
You can tell that.
That is annoying to me. That's my most irritating lie.
What's the biggest lie you've ever been caught in? And I'll start because that's a hard question.
Yeah.
I would have to think about that.
Tongue here.
I was once at a party when I was in high school, and the cops showed up, and they were like, who here is a diplomat's kid? Because they can have I'm from D.C.
That happened to all our high school parties. Yeah.
That is so
So
specific.
I said I had diplomatic immunity, and that I was from like a country, and I used an accent, and I walked away.
And that was but what if the cops are watching now? We're
That
on
sounds
in
like
D.C.
the reinventing Anna or whatever.
It was.
My lie got caught in. I was speeding on the highway when I was going to orchestra concert. I used to play the cello.
How cute.
And the police officer pulled me over, and I was like telling him that I was late to, mind you, I was early. I was late to the concert, and he gave me directions instead of giving me a ticket. And that was like a very nice encounter. But the lie actually worked in my favor. He was very proud of me for making it that far in orchestra.
That's a half lie.
I have a really quick lie.
Go.
I got an F on some project in high school, and my mom was gonna get mad. So I went to back when they were Kinkos. I went and tried to turn it into like a B or something. But you forget that it's like I didn't even get a color copy, so it was just a black and white copy. But the rest of the test was in color. That's how little I was paying attention in high school. My mom was like, "You want to come on in here for a second, play?"
Albert.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, that was.
Albert.
I should have used the
all those
diplomat
things
kit.
back in the day, forging your parents' signature was all trash.
Always.
But it never worked out.
Never worked.
Let us know if you did that. Coming up on DBL, did you know there is a correct way to chew gum?
Not with your mouth open.
We caught up with the original Doublemint twins who told us all about it.
Last week, a draft version of a Supreme Court opinion leaked to Politico, revealing a majority of justices are prepared to overturn Roe v. Wade and allow states to write their own abortion laws. Since then, there have been a flurry of claims online about measures that might be taken in some states if that happens. One claim said a law in Tennessee has already passed that would go further than abortion and ban emergency contraception. The Post said, quote, Tennessee just banned Plan B and made it a crime punishable by a $50,000 fine to order it. So is that true? Did Tennessee ban Plan B and make ordering it a crime? The first thing to know is that Plan B is an emergency contraceptive, not an abortion pill. That means it prevents a pregnancy from happening in the first place. It doesn't end an existing one. Now, the author of the viral tweet has actually since deleted it, and she told CNN she mistakenly misinterpreted the law. What Tennessee actually just passed is a new law dealing with abortion pills, a totally different drug. And it doesn't even actually ban those pills either. It only requires that they be prescribed by a doctor in person and prohibits the pills from being provided by mail. And here's the other thing. That requirement actually already existed in Tennessee. The main thing this new law changes, it stiffens the penalty for providers who violate the law from a Class B misdemeanor to a Class E felony. That means anyone like a doctor who gives someone abortion pills through the mail or without seeing them in person could face up to a $50,000 fine in Tennessee. But the law explicitly states, quote, a criminal penalty shall not be assessed against a patient upon whom a chemical abortion is attempted or performed. So we can verify, no, Tennessee did not ban Plan B and make ordering it a crime. With your Verify, I'm Casey Decker.
Not only does the slogan get stuck in your head, but their faces are some of the most recognizable ever. Earlier, we spoke with the Doublemint twins. Take a look, take a look.
It's waiting for you. A double pleasure from Doublemint gum. A double great feeling, making you realize Doublemint's the one for you. Double fresh, double smooth, double delicious to chew. A double pleasure is waiting for you. Doublemint gum. A double pleasure is waiting for you. Doublemint gum.
Okay, please welcome the longest running Doublemint twins, Lisa and Linda.
Hi. What's up, guys?
I am so geeked right now. Okay.
That's awesome.
Yeah, well, twin work really wasn't a thing back in the 80s. So were you ladies nervous to audition for this commercial?
Actually, I was. We were both in the business, but hadn't modeled or acted separate together. And so it was really wonderful. But I had to go on the first audition by myself. I just had some twin pictures that we had just had taken.
They were doing a nationwide search for twins. They narrowed it down to 9 sets of twins.
Wow.
And we weren't as much nervous as we were excited about the opportunity. So we were surprised 3 weeks later when we got the call that we had booked it, and then one thing led to another, one spot led to another, and we did a total of 6 spots.
Oh,
wow. Yeah, so you did 6. I mean, it's incredible. I'm married to an identical twin, so I know how crazy that can be. But you did 6 spots. Did you have a favorite among the 6?
Yes, we did. We loved what's called the pool spot. We were near the ocean, and
we were together,
and the lighting was just beautiful. The director on that spot, the first spot, the pool spot, had been a fashion photographer, and so he really knew lighting, and he was using the sunset, the sun coming down, so it was that golden, beautiful light.
And also, just by happenstance, they were going to edit it together, but in one long, wide shot, they got the hats blowing off, and the guys catching them in one smooth move. So that was just serendipity, and that was a big part of, I think, the surprise of the commercial and
the fun of it.
Yeah.
I got a 2-part question. One, I just want to know, do you hate gum? Do you hate it now?
No. My mom always said that we looked like cows chewing cud when we would chew gum.
Oh my God.
Very self-conscious of it.
Oh my gosh. But now I like to say, you know, it just proves that we can walk and chew gum at the same time.
I love it. But there is a specific way to unwrap and chew the gum. Is that correct? Can you show us? Do you have gum with you?
Sure. We had actually a printout sheet telling us how to load our gum. So hopefully we can do it.
We'll give you the side angle. So you have to prep the gum, slight bend, because you don't want to stick your tongue out. That wouldn't be very nice. And so then it has to hit the back. We're going to try this. It's been a while. Okay, here we go. 1, 2, 3.
You got the job. You got the job.
The 80s would love to see that. Like, we got to get that out there. Okay, so our producer tells us that you also have a least favorite spot.
A double great feeling, making you realize double is the one for you. Double fresh, double smooth.
Okay, that's beautiful. Are you in like Carmel, California? Why did you dislike that one?
Mainly because it was just our hair looked stiff, what we were wearing, and they kind of coached us into a more robotic synchronicity instead of just kind of the natural twin thing that happened.
It gave me Princess Diana vibes. Has anyone ever told y'all
for
that?
sure.
Yeah,
golfing.
We got a lot of that, which we'll take it. It's a compliment.
Yeah,
for sure.
What have you guys been up to since these commercials? I'm sure it's been crazy for you guys.
Really just moved into a season of being a mom, and now I'm a grandmother, and love
Congrats.
that. And now I've been a successful interior designer for over, I don't know, 16 years. I have a passion for interior design.
And I am working and acting and started a little production company, and I'm a filmmaker as well now.
To both of you, it was so great to see you both. Honestly, I felt like I was like 8-year-old Sam all over again watching you guys. Thank you so much for joining us today, ladies. We appreciate you. We'll be right back.
Thanks, guys.
Promotional consideration is brought to you by
Fashion has always been fleeting, but my God, it feels out of control these days. So if you belong to the millennial or the Gen Z crowd, you may have heard of the term fast fashion. It's just the buying of cheap, mass-marketed clothes that you wear like 1 or 2 times, and then you trash it since the fad was like so last week. In fact, fast fashion has become a booming industry. Popular stores like Zara, Fashion Nova, and the Chinese giant Shein cater to this whiplash type of fashion, right? This year alone, Shein is expected to top $100 billion. All good, right? Not for the planet, because these clothes need to be made so fast and so cheaply, it has become one of the world's worst environmental enemies. You see, it's a 3-way hit. First, companies use cheap materials from farms that use pesticides and fertilizers. Second, the factories that churn out those $2 crop tops I can't wear, well, they end up pumping enormous amounts of carbon into the air. And lastly, the materials themselves they're all synthetic. So tons and tons of microplastics end up in the ocean and then into our food chain. Shein is actually one of the worst culprits out there, cranking out new clothes like it's butter in 1780. Compared to Zara, which has about 600 new items currently on their site, Shein pumps out 6,000 new items every single day. That's a lot of butter, and it's hell on Mother Nature. The remedy? Make some noise. After hearing complaints from Gen Zers, certain brands are trying to use more sustainable practices. Another alternative? Slow fashion. It makes for a happier planet. By making more conscious choices when you go shopping, like picking items that are of higher quality, they will last you a little bit longer. Also, buying and selling used clothing online is a breeze with apps like Poshmark, ThredUp, or Vinted. These apps can offer used clothes that are reusable, recyclable, and a gazillion% more eco-friendly. So next time you have to have those high-waisted, lightly washed, ripped mom jeans that everyone is wearing, maybe look online for a used pair, or even just ask your mom. Now you know.
Tech giants Apple, Google, and Microsoft are teaming up to change the way we log into our accounts. Earlier this month, all 3 companies announced they were committed to building tools for passwordless sign-in across their platforms. It's based on a standard called FIDO, and it works like this. Users choose an authentication device, in most cases a smartphone. When you log into your account on a computer or tablet, your phone is sent a notification. To unlock your account, all you'll need to do is unlock your phone. It's sort of like current 2-factor authentication, where a passcode is sent to your phone, and then you have to enter that passcode on the other devices. But thanks to advances in tech, no passwords are required when using FIDO. You'll just unlock your phone using your face, fingerprint, or whatever method you choose, and you'll be logged in on the other device.
It's the best time of the week. It's the best time of the week.
You can't start with no melody and then...
And not tell us the song either.
Well, it's not a song. That's the problem.
Get your phones out to scan our QR code so you can shop till you drop with our friends at MorningSave. Check it out. They're going to pick me for the jingle. Steph, what do you have for us today?
Hi, Tori, looking gorgeous. And hey, DBL Nation, I've got some wonderful products and even better deals just for you. You're going to go wild for this. So, first up, we've got Lifestyle Advanced Airstream Elite True Wireless Earbuds with a charging case. Ooh. So, deal includes one pair of earbuds with a charging case, super snazzy, and a charging cable. Normally, they're $70. Guess what? We've got them for $19, which saves everyone 73%. All right, now this one, it's L'Oreal Paris Revitalift Anti-Wrinkle Plus Firming Eye and Night Cream set.
Oh, I need this.
So the deal includes one cute eye cream and one night cream. So normally this would be $36, but we've got both of them for $20, equal 44%. Now, Tori, you are gonna love this. We've got Heim Vision Sunrise Alarm Clock Wake Up Light. So this deal includes one smart alarm clock. Now, who doesn't want to wake up on the right side of the bed every morning? So normally this is $60, but we've got it for only $24, Tori, which saves you 60%. And then last, but this is not least, we have got a 10-pack of LuPone 12 LED outdoor solar landscape spotlights.
Oh, nice.
So this deal includes 10 spotlights, so you can illuminate your front yard, backyard, or pathways with this 10-pack of solar spotlights. Normally, these are $120. We've got them for $49, which saves everyone at home 59%.
Head on over to morningsave.com to snag these amazing deals at the lowest prices. You can even go ahead and scan the QR code on screen or visit morningsave.com. Thank you so much, Steph. Some really good items. I want to get an email from Colette, who wrote us in about lying. Thank you. She wrote, I was once stopped for a speeding ticket and just pretended I knew no English and only spoke French. She said, I did not get a ticket.
That's great.
My problem is that when I try to do an accent, it goes into some weird, like, patois, British, and nobody understands what I'm trying to do. So the cop would be like, no.
Let's hear
I'm not even going to, like...
Can you say, I'm going to the store to buy some milk?
Like in a British way?
Or any kind of...
Okay, I'm going to this... No, forget it. I'm going to the store to buy some milk.
I don't know what era that was, like the 1600s.
It's awful. We'll see you tomorrow. That was awful. We love you, Lindsay. Bye, guys.
Where hope finds help. Where courage meets conviction. Where makers make fans. We are Tegna, a family of local and national media brands that bring us together, serving the greater good of our communities. Where national know-how backs local business. Be in good company with Tegna.
But you want to go back 20 years and cancel somebody for what they did? You're out of order.
I woke up and said, today is going to be a good day.
Yes. At some point, you got to decide for yourself if you're going to stand up for what's wrong or what's right.
Like, are we living in Bizarro world? Sorry, I ran out of steam there.
I have to just push back on that. I think it's an okay conversation to have. That's what really rubbed me and a lot of people the wrong way.
I love this story.
talking about today on Daily Blast Live.
Judd reveals how her mother, Naomi,
died in a heartbreaking new interview.
I went upstairs to let her know that the fund was there, and I discovered her.
People are losing millions as cryptocurrency tanks. Should celebrities be held accountable for putting their face on a financial flop? And we are jam-packed with stars all day, all live. Jason Oppenheim dishes on all the Selling Sunset drama. Mama June tells us about her return to reality TV. And remember the Snapple Lady? We're chatting with her in a class of commercial stars. Where are they now? Oh my gosh. Are you insane? This is a sham. No. Janta, finally here. Drum roll. Welcome to DBL. We've got special guest co-host Mary Lou Henner. We don't want to let you go. She fits right in. I know. Okay, so we do want to begin with this really tragic news, and I know that you knew her, Mary Lou. We're going to get to you. Ashley Judd is opening up about her mom's tragic suicide and revealed that she was the one who found Naomi after she ended her life. Here's what she told GMA.
I went upstairs to let her know that the fund was there, and I discovered her.
And so, because we don't want it to be a part of the gossip economy, I will share with you that she used a weapon. Mother used a firearm. When we're talking about mental illness, it's very important and to be clear and to make the distinction between our loved one and the disease. It's very real, and it is enough to. It lies. It's savage.
I mean, just her saying it's very important to make the distinction between your loved one and a disease. Naomi had interviewed you, but you've had a lot of friends that have suffered due to mental illness, Robin Williams being one of them. What's going through your mind?
Oh, my gosh. First of all, just the whole thing, just you imagine finding her. Yeah, you know what I mean? And I had somebody who had found their parent, and when that happens, it's you can't get the images out of your mind. I mean, even if your family member dies when you're in the room, you can't get that out of the mind. But once it's gunshot and everything else, I mean, my heart goes out to her so much. And she also said something very interesting in the article, or in her interview, about everybody processes grief differently. And so she was kind of, in a numb state and could get through things, whereas her sister, I mean, everybody's different. You just never know when it happens to you how you're going to react.
And I know that you worked with Robin Williams. I believe you were the last person to have worked with him.
One of the last people that oh my, and I've known Robin since 1977, before we even both got on Taxi and Mork and Mindy. I was in an improv class with him and John Ritter, if you can believe it. Wow. You just wanted to get on stage. I know, it's crazy. And he was so unbelievable, and I spent a lot of time knowing him over the years.
Did it surprise you?
It surprised me, but then when you found out what was going on with him, let's put it this way, you never know what is going on in somebody's life. My friend Sharon Feldstein, the mother of Beanie Feldstein and Jonah Hill, she has this incredible organization called Your Mom Cares.
That you're a part of.
Yes, that I'm a part of, and it's all about teen, and children, mental health, and trying to keep people healthy.
Say that again for some of our viewers, maybe their children. Your Mom Cares?
Your Mom Cares. It was started by Sharon Feldstein, Beanie Feldstein and Jonah Hill's mom, and also Patsy Noah, who is Adam Levine's mother, and Alicia Keys' mom as well.
I'm so glad you guys offer that. I can't even imagine what children experience today. You were very open about when you were a teenager at Michigan, University of Michigan.
And I was just thinking this whole time when she said it's a liar and it's savage depression, my closest person in my life, my mom, didn't know. And that's how much you can separate yourself from the disease. I tell my parents everything, and they didn't know I couldn't lift up a toothbrush. I couldn't get out of my sweatpants. I couldn't get out of bed. Right. That's how much it lies and will manipulate and just and know that they are separate things. Tori and the disease are separate things, and sometimes ask your happy friend. But sometimes ask your friends, even the ones that, remember Naomi said, the rhinestones and crystals, she said, and glitter. Ask those people if they need help too.
And I'm worried, you brought up teens, Jeff, and you work a lot with kids too, Erica, through CASA. I'm really worried about our youth today.
And the 2 years for the, for the pandemic and stuff, they didn't have their socialization.
And
I'm worried about everyone. I keep saying, like, we just don't know what the lasting effects of the past 2 years have been on a lot of people. And for those of us who have lost people to suicide, I just want to remind people that it is okay to continue to celebrate that person and the life that they led. I mean, I shared that I lost a friend at the beginning of the pandemic, and when Ashley said that she wanted to be very clear so that it didn't get attached to the rumor mill. And I think a lot of people are trying to protect the legacy of the person who's no longer with us, but also the legacy of their families. But when I got the call, it wasn't that she had died. It was, Erica, she shot herself in the head. And I know that that's like very it's a stark thing, but it didn't make me, because my first reaction, and I've done this before, is to pick up the phone and call the person. And everything stopped. Like, there was a finality to that. Yeah. And also for us not to speculate, because already, and I continue to speculate about what happened in the 48 hours since I had last spoken to her. So knowing the details at the time was extremely shocking, but it also made me very clear on what the reality of the situation was. And I think sometimes that's important.
Did it produce any guilt for you?
I had so much guilt. I really did, because this was a person who was, we supported each other, especially during the pandemic. It was something that I spent more time with this person than I really spent with anyone. Right. And, you know, our relationship was a very spiritual connection, and we had an accountability with one another. And so when it happened, I always think, like, what did I miss?
Sure, and that's kind of what she was saying too, you know, in the 3 C's and everything else.
I know.
You know.
Wow. Well, our thoughts and prayers definitely with her and her family. We do want to leave with our viewers these very important hotlines. If you are going through any sort of mental health crisis, or someone you know, do not hesitate to call any of these numbers. Let me tell you, treatment works, treatment helps. You are not alone. We will be right back.
Closed captioning provided by
Today on DBL, Mama June's Road to Redemption. Then, Jason Oppenheim from Selling Sunset will be here live. And in our latest classic commercial stars, Where Are They Now? The Snapple Lady. That's today on DBL.
Right? I always tell you guys the photo of me. So we're talking about depression and how it doesn't discriminate. And I'm on Zoloft. Zoloft works for me, but when... Oh, sorry. But when I look at a picture of my badge, so I suffered postpartum depression very...
More with your daughter than with your
Yeah, more with Sophie.
Because of the hormones.
Interesting.
A woman's hormones with a female child, it's always much worse in terms of morning sickness and also postpartum.
Wow. Yeah.
Like much higher than
that
with
makes
boys.
a lot of sense. And my badge, still that very picture from when 5 years ago I started here, and when I look at that picture, I don't see myself. It's so weird.
You don't look recognizable.
I don't recognize my eyes. So weird. Yeah. But treatment works, you know? So it's...
Call your mom.
Yeah.
Like, my mom's just like, call...
Depending on... Or your support.
Or your support system,
Yeah.
excuse me. It was like, just reach... If I just picked up the phone, it would have saved me a year.
Real quick, everybody, for
Yes.
B2B Block today.
We were talking about cryptocurrencies here, and specifically, of course, the celebrities who are endorsing them.
I don't want to go too deep into crypto, because that's
Yeah,
just
'cause
like
it's like-
a word that makes people's brains go numb.
Yeah, nobody knows.
So it's not really about that. It's about celebrity as an endorsement. Is it risky for celebrities to endorse products if they then go south? There's other examples of this where...
What if they're endorsing it without being paid, like Reese and Gwyneth?
Yeah, well, but are they doing it for their own reasons? And is there a risk to this sort of endorsement if then...
Or you're Gwyneth Paltrow and you're sued. Sorry.
Right.
And then we've got
So that's sort of the realm of the conversation more than the...
We've got the Buffy Purcell side.
Like a jade egg in your...
And I've got the tweet for you this morning.
From Reese? Okay. Okay.
Thank you, Jure. A lot of people writing in saying
So-
we're so glad you guys are all here. So I guess people have been writing about their own struggles on the YouTube chat. Yeah. No, you're not alone.
Yeah. Welcome back to DBL. How many of you have seen this commercial starring Matt Damon? Take a look.
With 4 simple words that have been whispered by the intrepid since the time of the Romans. Fortune favors the brave.
Break. Hey, seal of 2 thumbs up.
I'm still on board.
I hate it.
I'm still on board.
Matt is not the only celebrity promoting cryptocurrencies. Gwyneth Paltrow, Tom Brady, Reese Witherspoon, Serena Williams, and many more have also urged fans to invest their money. But here's the thing. Major cryptocurrencies have seen some steep losses. More than $200 billion in value was wiped out in one day alone. Now, if you don't know what cryptocurrencies are, we're not entirely sure either. It's okay. Experts say they are a digital currency that's exchanged online, that's not tied to a government, but ultimately what we want to talk about is what responsibility do these stars have if they're telling fans to invest and then those fans lose their money? So DBL Nation, gotta hear from you. Always want to know what you think. How much are you influenced by celebrity endorsements? A lot, a little, none at all? Go to our DBLvote.com or go to DBLvote to say it. That's a mouthful. It's the cryptocurrencies in my head. Okay, so what are you thinking, Jeff?
First of all, if I was voting, I would put not at all, right? I'm influenced by certain people that influence my life, but not where I'm going to spend my money, not how I spend my money, not who I vote for. This is as silly as people going out and endorsing a president. Hey, man, I'm your favorite musician. Vote for this person. What? Are you out of your mind?
They're citizens, too. Why can't they speak up?
Okay, whatever.
Okay.
So, but that's getting back to this. Let's not just blame it on celebrities. There's Crypto.com Arena, which took over Staples Center. The NBA, all their jerseys now have crypto logos on there. So they're not just, don't blame celebrities. Everyone's trying to get in this game. Sure. But nothing's for free. Nothing's for free. And don't
there's no thing there.
Have some discernment when celebrities tell you something, right? Yeah. I love Mark Wahlberg. I like Matt Damon. I didn't buy cryptocurrency because of his commercial.
But I would have. I'm someone who's gullible.
I literally, and I'm not gullible, and I'm very thoughtful and careful with my money. I am. Yeah. And so I had always thought about it. I never understood what it was. And luckily, I just dipped my toe in the water like 2 weeks ago, so thank goodness. And maybe it'll go back up like the stocks fluctuate. But I was influenced by Reese Witherspoon's tweet. So Reese Witherspoon says, crypto's here to stay. I'm committed to supporting creators who have pioneered the NFT space and encouraging more women to be a part of the conversation because 70% of the people benefiting from crypto are men.
So they use that part of it.
I was just like, oh, now she's not being paid by any cryptocurrency. Yeah. No crypto wallets are paying her.
I'd be curious to know who took their money out to cause the $200 billion, because they, was it like you were gathering and then selling? But here's the thing that in my research this morning that I found out, I can't believe that the amount of energy that it takes to do all these computers trying to compute these things, that could run Argentina, and there's no stopping it. It's like, it's such an energy suck to be creating these cryptos.
And there's nothing there.
There's nothing there.
That's what's so bizarre.
Yeah. Well, I mean, also, for me, I'm very much like, I go to the experts, and when people say like not everyone can afford a team, you don't necessarily need a team. There's so much free information out there, and that's the reason why the people that I go to who are also like not together, they're independent. I think that's very important too, to diversify. But we just had Buffy Purcell on just a couple weeks ago talking specifically about this.
Why would you listen to them? You know what I mean? And when they invest, they have way more resources than you do. Crypto is like gambling. And if you can't save $100 for more than 3 days, you shouldn't be looking at no cryptocurrency, huh?
Okay, advised, okay? Yeah, and she gives out free nuggets of wisdom. But here's the thing about it: if there's someone that you relate to, and maybe it's not like financially or you're relating to them more on like a financial level, they've done something and they're successful. Take some of their advice, but also be discerning, like Jeff said. You know, you do not have those same types of resources. I rely a lot on Buffy, but also Buffy and I have a very similar history when it comes to things. Yeah. So I find somebody who really speaks to you and speaks to what your current situation is, who's going to be honest with you about how to invest your money.
Well said. And research, right? Okay, so final vote. Let's see what our viewers say. None at all is 88%, a little 8%, and a lot 4%. Of you are influenced, just 4% by celebrities.
Yeah, right.
I don't know if that's honest.
That's a lie. This show is great. You should believe me, okay? Just believe me.
You got the endorsement.
I know, on DBL, Broadway star Patti LuPone yells at an audience member. What led to the outburst? We're going to tell you after the break.
Last week, a draft version of a Supreme Court opinion leaked to Politico, revealing a majority of justices are prepared to overturn Roe v. Wade and allow states to write their own abortion laws. Since then, there have been a flurry of claims online about measures that might be taken in some states if that happens. One claim said a law in Tennessee has already passed that would go further than abortion and ban emergency contraception. The Post said, quote, Tennessee just banned Plan B and made it a crime punishable by a $50,000 fine to order it. So is that true? Did Tennessee ban Plan B and make ordering it a crime? The first thing to know is that Plan B is an emergency contraceptive, not an abortion pill. That means it prevents a pregnancy from happening in the first place. It doesn't end an existing one. Now, the author of the viral tweet has actually since deleted it, and she told CNN she mistakenly misinterpreted the law. What Tennessee actually just passed is a new law dealing with abortion pills, a totally different drug. And it doesn't even actually ban those pills either. It only requires that they be prescribed by a doctor in person and prohibits the pills from being provided by mail. And here's the other thing. That requirement actually already existed in Tennessee. The main thing this new law changes, it stiffens the penalty for providers who violate the law from a Class B misdemeanor to a Class E felony. That means anyone like a doctor who gives someone abortion pills through the mail or without seeing them in person could face up to a $50,000 fine in Tennessee. But the law explicitly states, quote, a criminal penalty shall not be assessed against a patient upon whom a chemical abortion is attempted or performed. So we can verify, no, Tennessee did not ban Plan B and make ordering it a crime. With your Verify, I'm Casey Decker.
Welcome back to DBL. We were scheduled to have Jason Oppenheim on the show today, but there was a technical issue. We hope to get him on another time very soon. So instead, we want to talk.
Oh, that's so weird.
Why?
Didn't Chriselle's music video just come out with G-Flip?
I think it did today, right?
I pick up what you're laying down.
Yeah, okay.
I was just asking a question.
Checking out his crypto.
We're all in reality here.
All right. Instead, we're going to talk about Broadway legend Patti LuPone. She did not hold back recently. She went off on a pair of theater goers who were not following the rules to wear their masks. Take a look.
Put your mask over your nose. That's why you're in the theater. That is the rule. If you don't want to follow the rule, get the What do you think you are if you do not respect the people that are sitting around you? You pay my salary. Chris Harper pays my salary.
Wow. You're all chatting about it.
She's feisty. I know her.
Scared.
She is extremely feisty, extraordinarily talented. And you know what? You're sitting next to it. It's the Broadway rule. Don't go to a Broadway show if you're not going to wear your mask. It's the rule. You're sitting this close to people, closer than we are. And you're there and they're doing a talk back, you know, and the actors can finally see you and everything else. It's disrespectful. Those are the rules in Broadway theaters right now. I don't care your politics. I don't care your mask mandate. That is the policy in Broadway theaters now.
But Mary Lou, let me ask you a question. You're absolutely right. I agree with you. How would you respond, though? Would you respond
I'm
that
not
way?
a big swearer. You know, we have a swear jar in my house.
You do?
Yeah, well, because my 7 and 9-year-old niece and nephew live with us part of the time. And so, you know, my husband fills it. They're going to college on what my husband says. He said, my nephew said, oh, there's a new tooth fairy in town. This is more than the tooth fairy.
But doesn't anger spark anger? So if someone talked to me that way, I wouldn't appreciate that.
No, but knowing Patti, she probably was paying attention, and she realized the woman was slipping and stuff. And you know, but still, you're on stage and you're trying to stop.
No, I get it. I just responding and you're the celebrity, they're there to see you. Maybe have a little more respect. I don't know. Maybe it's just me.
But they say, what's the saying that I always get wrong about you attract more bees with honey?
It's something with honey and vinegar slides.
Honey.
Yeah. But apparently, to provide more context, the individuals were asked to continuously put on their mask. I'm sure the actors up there were distracted by that.
Exactly.
And it is, you don't know if Patti lost someone. I lost someone to COVID. You all know, my brother-in-law. And
she had it not too long ago. You know,
So,
and
you
they
know, it
closed
can
a
be
lot of
personal.
Broadway shows and everything else.
and she puts that on her back a
is
lot.
the rule.
Ideally, she
It's the
should have, to
rule.
your point, though, Jeff, handled it with more
Yeah, I mean, I'm paying money to come
Maybe
see
not
you. I
swear,
like you. I'm a fan. And
Y'all,
you're right. Wear the
Broadway
mask.
went dark for 2 years.
Yeah.
People are still struggling to make ends meet. Like, if you want to go see the show, maybe not disrespect the whole community who didn't even know how they were going to pay their bills for 2 years. So, yeah, I'm sure that there was a lot of angst about it. But wouldn't you be angry if you couldn't pay your bills for
But
2
don't
years?
disrespect the people that are
but you don't
paying
know
you.
if the usher
Don't
was saying
disrespect
to the
them.
woman, he was,
No, I
bet
totally
you
agree.
everybody around that woman was like, "Thank you, Patty." You saw that they were like applauding.
Yeah, but I think it could have been done in a little
Yeah,
nicer.
I don't know if I'd go
Of course,
back.
we can always Monday morning back.
The swearing out. Yeah.
Yeah, what are we supposed to do on here? Hey, way to go. I love your show.
We'll be right back.
Promotional consideration is brought to you by
Fashion has always been fleeting, but my God, it feels out of control these days. So if you belong to the millennial or the Gen Z crowd, you may have heard of the term fast fashion. It's just the buying of cheap, mass-marketed clothes that you wear like 1 or 2 times, and then you trash it since the fad was like so last week. In fact, fast fashion has become a booming industry. Popular stores like Zara, Fashion Nova, and the Chinese giant Shein cater to this whiplash type of fashion, right? This year alone, Shein is expected to top $100 billion. All good, right? Not for the planet, because these clothes need to be made so fast and so cheaply, it has become one of the world's worst environmental enemies. You see, it's a 3-way hit. First, companies use cheap materials from farms that use pesticides and fertilizers. Second, the factories that churn out those $2 crop tops I can't wear, well, they end up pumping enormous amounts of carbon into the air. And lastly, the materials themselves they're all synthetic. So tons and tons of microplastics end up in the ocean and then into our food chain. Shein is actually one of the worst culprits out there, cranking out new clothes like it's butter in 1780. Compared to Zara, which has about 600 new items currently on their site, Shein pumps out 6,000 new items every single day. That's a lot of butter, and it's hell on Mother Nature. The remedy? Make some noise. After hearing complaints from Gen Zers, certain brands are trying to use more sustainable practices. Another alternative? Slow fashion. It makes for a happier planet. By making more conscious choices when you go shopping, like picking items that are of higher quality, they will last you a little bit longer. Also, buying and selling used clothing online is a breeze with apps like Poshmark, ThredUp, or Vinted. These apps can offer used clothes that are reusable, recyclable, and a gazillion% more eco-friendly. So next time you have to have those high-waisted, lightly washed, ripped mom jeans that everyone is wearing, maybe look online for a used pair, or even just ask your mom. Now you know.
Tech giants Apple, Google, and Microsoft are teaming up to change the way we log into our accounts. Earlier this month, all 3 companies announced they were committed to building tools for passwordless sign-in across their platforms. It's based on a standard called FIDO, and it works like this. Users choose an authentication device, in most cases a smartphone. When you log into your account on a computer or tablet, your phone is sent a notification. To unlock your account, all you'll need to do is unlock your phone. It's sort of like current 2-factor authentication, where a passcode is sent to your phone, and then you have to enter that passcode on the other devices. But thanks to advances in tech, no passwords are required when using FIDO. You'll just unlock your phone using your face, fingerprint, or whatever method you choose, and you'll be logged in on the other device.
Welcome back to DBL. We've got a special birthday shout out.
I'm so excited because today is my son Nick's 28th birthday. He's the one on the left. Yes! And my son Joey, he's 28. My son Joey is 26 and a half today.
Oh,
it's his half birthday. They're May 12th and November 12th. And it's funny, it took me 3.5 years to get pregnant with Nikki. We had like fertility things and we kept, but it was unexplained. And then he was born. And I looked at his little face and I said, now I know why it took 3.5 years, because I was waiting for him. You know? And then Joe, it was, well, you know what it is like with your kids. I mean, it's unbelievable. And I'm so proud of him. He's directing his very first feature film. I can't tell the name because it's going to be a big announcement. And he's got all these fabulous people in it, and I'm so proud of him, and I just love him so much, and I hope I get a chance. He's working, so I hope I get a chance to talk to him. But there's nothing like being a mother. It's like the best job of your life. And Joey, being 26 and a half, he's writing, he's a comedy guy, and he's doing improv. He's an international bridge player, and I love my boys so much, and we always celebrate their birthdays and their half birthdays. So thank you for this incredible opportunity.
Absolutely.
I was doing on my 28th birthday, but Tori, do you know what you were doing on yours?
Yeah, I was at a really awesome bar coaching horses in LA on Sunset. Yeah, and I was having some fun.
Do you know what day of the week it was?
No.
Yeah, it was a Tuesday.
Was it?
Yeah, Tuesday. So you were having fun.
She has her crazy memories.
That's
insane.
Crazy. You know what else? The Haiti earthquake happened that day.
Well, what's your birthday?
As well.
January 12th. That's exactly right.
Yeah.
Gosh.
So that was your 28th.
Wow.
Do you remember what Erica was doing on her 28th, or know what was happening?
Well, I know what I was doing. I was on a family trip to Yosemite. It was, I know you were born on Valentine's Day, which is such a great day to be born. And that was the weekend. It was also President's Weekend that weekend. So we were with my family, and my boys were in a show and stuff like, you know, they were with us. Do you know what you were doing, what day of the week it was?
I think it was a Friday.
It was a Saturday.
Oh, it was?
But maybe you celebrated all weekend.
Oh, yeah. I had just moved here to Denver.
Oh, to Denver.
So, yeah. And I went out with someone who worked in the building, actually got me. No. At the building that I lived in, got me into this like nightclub. And I remember they got me a bottle, like, because they felt so bad that I was here, like, by myself on my birthday. And they got me a bottle, and this girl comes up and, like, takes the bottle, and I was like, that's my bottle, and she goes, no, it's everyone's bottle, or it's some girl named Erica's bottle, or something like that, and I was like, I'm Erica, thank you, thank you.
No, it's such a turning point to, I think, 28, because it's like, you know, 27 is really the beginning of the rest of it, but 28, you're like really solid. And I just have to say, my son Joey, Nikki took 3.5 years.
We are running
Joey
out of time here.
Sorry.
I'm so sorry, but you better stay tuned, because Mary Lou is going to tell Jeff and I what happened on our 20th birthdays. We didn't even know this. You're not going to want to miss this. If you're leaving us, you can watch the second half of the show online. But if you get the second half of the show where you are, here is what's ahead. Our classic commercial stars, Where Are They Now? Week continues. We're going to be joined by the Snapple Lady herself, and Mama June's going to join us live. Don't miss it.
The future of abortion access is unclear, and on social media, some are asking whether a state could ban interstate travel to get an abortion. For example, if West Virginia banned abortion in a post-Roe world, could they stop one of their residents from going to Maryland to get an abortion where it was still legal? Let's verify. Our sources are a trio of legal experts from the Georgetown Law Center, the Temple University Law School, and the University of Pittsburgh Law School. Our Georgetown expert says one thing is very clear.
No state can prevent somebody from going to another state or back into your own state. The only one that can regulate interstate travel and commerce is the U.S. Congress itself.
So we could verify that no, a state cannot physically prevent a patient from crossing state lines to get an abortion. But our legal experts say that some states are likely to pass laws to try and punish those involved with an out-of-state abortion, whether it's trying to extradite an out-of-state provider, punishing those who aid and abet the abortion, such as the person who drives the patient, or even penalizing the patient themselves when they return to their home state.
They can't physically stop them, perhaps, but they can create liability for someone who is going to help someone do that.
And we're seeing efforts to limit out-of-state abortions already. And our experts say whether any of these laws are constitutional is the big question right now.
It's not a very well-developed area of law. It's certainly never been tested in regard to abortion. So it's unsettled. And ultimately, the arbiter might be the Supreme Court.
With your Verify, I'm Evan Kozloff.
Last Live. We're talking about what you're talking about.
Oh my gosh.
Are you insane? This is a sham.
No.
Nope.
Y'all, just
It's
stop.
finally here. Drum roll.
There's a lot that happen behind closed doors that a lot of people don't know.
You go back on whatever you say.
It's not that easy.
Mama's bad choices are finally catching up to her.
I'm scared. I know what Gino's capable of. What if something happened to her?
I don't know what's wrong with Mama.
And the truth's coming out.
Mama June and her new boy toy. $50,000.
Where does she find these men? Convicts.com.
So that was a clip from Mama June, Road to Redemption. That's right. The former pageant mom is back on TV and here today to tell her story. Welcome to the show, Mama June Shannon. Thank you.
Thank you.
So June, let's get right into this. Your daughter, Elena, or Honey Boo Boo as everyone knows her, is 16 and she's dating a 20-year-old man. Now we're going right into it. Why are you choosing to defend this relationship?
A lot of people got to realize Alana's fixing to be 17. And I think that, you know, she is getting a lot of hate because it is an interracial couple. Also, you know, people got to realize that, you know, Pumpkin and Josh were the same age when they met 7 years ago. So, you know, in the state of Georgia, the legal age is 16.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
So June, after Toddlers and Tiaras made you a household name, what were the biggest challenges for you coping with that fame?
It was kind of strange, and even after, you know, almost 11 years, it is still a surreal thing for me because it's like we're known in 492 countries. We're known by a lot of A-list celebrities. I mean, it's just kind of like a surreal thing still today, even after 11 years.
Wow, I can't even imagine that. We're very open on the show about feeling depressed and low, and I just wanted to know what you thought was your rock bottom and what you thought helped you out of that, and if you can be just very clear, because someone right now probably is watching going through that.
You know, like I said, I mean, you know, if you're talking about my addiction, you know, my rock bottom was just being tired of being tired. But 29 months later, clean and sober, you know, I've dealt with the last year learning who June Shannon is, getting out of a domestic violence situation, getting out of a toxic situation that I stayed way too many years on. But that is what it's going to show, you know, this season. The first 2 episodes is going to show how I had to deal with being in a domestic violence situation in the public eye and having to keep it behind closed doors.
Congratulations on your sobriety.
Yeah,
and I understand. So what was the hardest part of it? Because I know a lot of people have been through it, and everybody seems to have a different sort of point of view about that. What was the most difficult for you?
Difficulty in my sobriety is just, you know, it would be so much easier for me to go out and mask those feelings with drugs. But it's even more easier for me to wake up every morning and say, for the next 24 hours, I'm going to stay clean no matter what goes on in my life. And so when I set my mind to something, I do it.
Good for you.
And, you know, June, 29 months sober is a really big deal. That's a huge first step on a road back to redemption.
Right.
And, you know, I've been waiting to talk to you because I interviewed your daughter, Anna, a while back. And this was for HLN CNN. And I have to be honest, she was so hurt, so angry with you at that time. Again, this was about 10 years ago. And she was angry because you got back together with Mark McDaniel, your ex, who served prison time for molesting her.
I did not.
Okay, well, that was her claim.
I did not get back with him.
Okay, so that was her claim. I just want to know from you, did you and Anna make amends? I hope you did. Is there anything that you regret in regard to you and Anna's relationship?
Me and Anna?
Anna, yes.
You know, situations happen in life, and, you know, we both know what's behind the closed doors. And that situation we deal with behind closed doors with her. And like I said, it's not that I don't love my child. It's just situations, and it has nothing to do with my ex, because I never did get back with Mark McDaniel. But that's the horse that's beaten, and we don't talk about that anymore. That's 10 years ago.
But you guys are on better terms, you and Anna?
We talk periodically, yes.
Well, that's a step, and I hope that you guys can find your way back to each other and heal from all that trauma.
Yeah, speaking of healing, let's talk about Road to Redemption. You say a lot happened, like you just said, behind closed doors between you and your ex, Gino. So what happened? How do you process it? How much do you want to share? How do you keep that private? And do you want to keep any of it private?
For a long time, I kept it private. For like 3 years, I still filmed season 3, season 4, season 5. I was spinning out of control in my own addiction. I kept it behind closed doors. I didn't want nobody to know about it. But now, because I'm learning who June Shannon is for once in my life for the first time in 41 years, I want to be able to share that because I've shared my weight loss. I've shared my addiction. I've shared my recovery. I've shared working on my kids. And now sharing a domestic violence toxic situation, I want to show people there is a way out. God may open up many doors and you may not walk through it because I was scared myself. But then when that final door opened last year, I ran out that door and have never looked back. Never.
Wow. And I know this season you're also, you're also battling for custody of Alana, who was great on Dancing with the Stars Junior, by the way. She's a real character, still got the talent, the girl, you know. And you're battling for custody for Alana with Lauren. So how has that affected your relationship with both of them?
We still see each other every day. You know, it's been an ongoing thing. And just again, like I tell people, she's 16. And so when we go in front of the judge, she's able to make her own decisions because in the state of Georgia, it's age 12 to 13. And when you go in front of the judge listens to that child. So that's what we're dealing with as a family right now.
All right. Well, thank you for your transparency and for chatting with us today. Be sure to watch Mama June Road to Redemption on WeTV. Thank you. We'll be right back.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Last week, a draft version of a Supreme Court opinion leaked to Politico, revealing a majority of justices are prepared to overturn Roe v. Wade and allow states to write their own abortion laws. Since then, there have been a flurry of claims online about measures that...
Can you put it out there?
Hey guys, so we're answering some of your questions. Speaking about the red hair, she said it was a total advantage.
Let's do
a lot
it.
of gingers are writing in.
Stand up, yeah. And my son, this is the only where it's not an advantage. My son, who is very red hair, I used to say, Joey, there's going to be 20 kids. If you're all in trouble, it doesn't matter. They're going to remember the redhead.
That's so true.
Don't be in trouble.
That's so true. Fourth question for Miss Wendy, so you'll follow Sam. Yes.
She remembers everything. That's
great.
great.
And then Jackie, you've got the last one.
Okay, and then if you feel comfortable with, someone did ask about the Hollywood couch, and that is a hard topic to go into, but again, the Me Too movement in Hollywood.
Right, I've been asked about this a lot.
And I wanted to know if you're comfortable.
I think I always, I never went through that thing because I think, I don't know. I just, there's so many different reasons why that may have happened. And it may have been like I was always protected by my taxi guys or about, being with famous boyfriends or something, and maybe people, I don't know. I don't know.
It's also, I also feel like, and I wonder if you guys agree with me, like you're so good in comedy. I feel like it's a lot of the ingenues who know, I feel like you were.
Yeah, I was never
more.
an ingenue.
You're right. You were on it.
I don't know. Maybe. I was always on guard.
Yeah, and you had a lot of people protecting you.
But listen, there's so many women who are in the same position I was, who are just as funny, not funny, if not funny, or everything. It always depended on the person. Maybe I just didn't run into the same perpetrators that other people did.
Wow, but you've heard of it certainly in Hollywood. It's
well, especially lately. I mean, gosh, so many things. Yeah.
Thanks, guys. Keep writing in.
Yes, she was the lovable lady from Long Island who answered the fan mail for one very popular drink. Do you remember these commercials?
Hello from Snapple. Today's letter is from Nancy Lambert. Her dog Shane can be asleep in the back bedroom, but if you open his Snapple, she comes running.
Hi,
Hi, an eligible Snapple fan from Wisconsin writes, I take sudden glances at this girl while I drink bottles of Passion Supreme soda, but I can't find the nerve to talk to her. Can you please help? Hi from Snapple. We got a letter here from Dirk MacGyver. Your iced tea is the best I have ever tasted. I am not lying when I say this. We'll see about that.
Yes, please welcome to the show, Wendy Parker.
Yeah, Wendy.
She's great.
Hello. It's such a pleasure. You didn't forget me. It's been 30 years.
You're unforgettable, Wendy. You look fabulous. Well, she looks exactly the same. Yeah.
So you know what? I tell everybody by the time I die, I'm not going to look better.
Get out there. Wendy, I have a question because I didn't know this before this, but you were an actual Snapple employee before you started filming these commercials. But, and kind of a turn here, that job came at a really difficult time in your life. Do you mind just sharing a little bit about what was happening for you?
It's like Sobriety Thursday. I'm like laughing. So anyway, you know, I grew up in the 80s, so I too was a cocaine addict. And I was working in my family business, and they told me that I had to get out of my family business, tough love. And one of the owners of Snapple knew me. He was like a surrogate father, and there was a rule at Snapple, no friends, no family, and he talked to everybody, and he cleared it for me, and it became my sober job. But I just got to let you know that I turned him down 2 times before he took me on, but he told me, I'm only paying you $20,000 a year, so you're going to have to work for it. And that made me feel really good about this job.
You earned it.
This is such an incredible story because you started to notice the fan mail coming into the Snapple building, but no one was paying attention to it but you. So why did you start answering them?
It's like Tori. It's like me. It's like me.
We were growing so crazily at the time, and I knew, you know, from rehab, you know, I had gone away for 28 days. It became a 10-month ordeal, and they told me specifically, the best place for you to be, Wendy, is out of your own head.
Right.
So when these letters started to come in, I realized it could be a vehicle for me to do good for others and to get normal and healthier and to be a kinder, better person. And, you know, my boss said, you know what, if that's something that you want to do, I didn't grow up with computers. I'm too old for that. So they sent me back to school, and I started to answer everybody who wrote to us. And it was unbelievable because it became community stuff. It became sponsorships into great things. And you know what? Like, I just remember so vividly looking in the mirror, like after about a year of sobriety. And this is back at about 1989, 1990. And I just remember looking at myself in the mirror and seeing finally the sparkle in my eye. And I started to cry, and I just said, I am never going back. And they believed in me more than I believed in myself, but it's going to be 33 years for me. So I'm pretty damn proud.
Wendy, first of all, the fact that you just speak so positively and candidly about your addiction story and your journey and your success is breaking barriers, and I'm hoping that someone at home, and I know someone at home, is receiving that. So thank you. You were talking about all these letters you guys were receiving. I just want our viewers to understand, by year 3 of filming, you were receiving 3,000 letters a week.
Okay.
What are some of the craziest ones?
First of all, it was such a nutty time because if you think about it, it's before social media.
Yeah.
So I'm getting 3,000 stamped letters a week, you know, and some of the crazy ones, like one of my favorites, I was never invited to the prom. My best friend ended up taking me, but I was invited to a prom, and there was no damn way that I wasn't going to the prom. And I actually went with the Today Show filming because it was going to be recorded that I didn't care that I was 33 years old, but I was going to the prom. That was one of them. And one of my favorites was a guy sent me a picture off of a pier, a wooden pier, and he's naked. And I wrote him back to cover up when he could get a splinter in his penis. So,
But Wendy, I got to ask you this because we're running out of time. But after these commercials, we really didn't see you. We've been talking for just a couple minutes. I want to see more of you.
Me too.
What have you been doing, and why aren't you on TV more?
It's so nice of you. I was not an actress, so I didn't really care. I did my job. I wasn't like looking for fame and fortune. I was in my 50s when all this started to happen, and my parents started to get sick.
Aww.
So unfortunately for me, my father had Parkinson's and dementia. My mother got depressed, and I started to travel to Florida as the oldest child to be there and to help them. And I also have to tell you, in 2009, I had a home in the Berkshires and it burned down from a storm that we had. So I was busy getting my life in order, my parents' life in order, and I have been toying with a book because I do have an incredible story.
You got to write a book. I'm telling you, you have to start a podcast. We're out of time, but I'm telling you, I'll help you out. I won't, but I'll give you the idea.
My life announces.
I think you're fantastic.
Wendy, we appreciate you. It's so good to see your face. Thanks so much for today. We'll be right back.
Thank you.
Bye.
Snapple Pod.
Thank you.
So fun. Snapple Cat Podcast.
I've never.
Last week, a draft version of a Supreme Court opinion leaked to Politico, revealing a majority of justices are prepared to overturn Roe v. Wade and allow states to write their own abortion laws. Since then, there have been a flurry of claims online about measures that might be taken in some states if that happens. One claim said a law in Tennessee has already passed that would go further than abortion and ban emergency contraception. The Post said, quote, Tennessee just banned Plan B and made it a crime punishable by a $50,000 fine to order it. So is that true? Did Tennessee ban Plan B and make ordering it a crime? The first thing to know is that Plan B is an emergency contraceptive, not an abortion pill. That means it prevents a pregnancy from happening in the first place. It doesn't end an existing one. Now, the author of the viral tweet has actually since deleted it, and she told CNN she mistakenly misinterpreted the law. What Tennessee actually just passed is a new law dealing with abortion pills, a totally different drug. And it doesn't even actually ban those pills either. It only requires that they be prescribed by a doctor in person and prohibits the pills from being provided by mail. And here's the other thing. That requirement actually already existed in Tennessee. The main thing this new law changes, it stiffens the penalty for providers who violate the law from a Class B misdemeanor to a Class E felony. That means anyone like a doctor who gives someone abortion pills through the mail or without seeing them in person could face up to a $50,000 fine in Tennessee. But the law explicitly states, quote, a criminal penalty shall not be assessed against a patient upon whom a chemical abortion is attempted or performed. So we can verify, no, Tennessee did not ban Plan B and make ordering it a crime. With your Verify, I'm Casey Decker.
Oh no. It's the best time of the week. Get your phones out to scan our QR code so you can shop till you drop with our friends at MorningSave. Check it out.
Steph, what do you have for us today?
Hi, Tori, looking gorgeous. And hey, DBL Nation, I've got some wonderful products and even better deals just for you. You're going to go wild for this. So, first up, we've got Lifestyle Advanced Airstream Elite True Wireless Earbuds with a charging case. Ooh. So look at this cute colour. I'm in love with this. So deal includes one pair of earbuds with a charging case, super snazzy, and a charging cable. We've got it in 5 colours: black, grey, rose gold, pink, and purple. My favourite, love this. And this alternative has got a price tag that we all can love. Ooh. And guess what, Tori? You can even answer and decline calls, skip through your music, and easily pair up with other devices with just a tap. Normally, they're $70. Guess what? We've got them for $19, which saves everyone 73%.
Get them in every color.
Please.
That's brilliant. And I do think the color makes a difference. Everyone's kind of branding themselves now. That purple's darling.
All right, now this one, we all know I love skincare, so it's the ultimate one for me. It's L'Oreal Paris Revitalift anti-wrinkle plus firming eye and night cream set.
Oh, I need this.
So the deal includes one cute eye cream and one night cream. So this firming eye cream treatment is formulated specifically for the delicate skin around your eyes. So literally you need to keep it smooth and firm, and this is how you're going to do it. Now, the firming night cream, this will help nourish your skin and moisture and address the most visible skin concerns all while you're asleep.
Nice.
It's dermatologist tested, fragrance free, and it will not clog up your pores. So normally this would be $36, but we've got both of them for $20. Well, 44%.
2 for $20, and by the way, ladies or men, before eye makeup, a little dab of this will keep the cakiness away.
Now, Tori, you are going to love this. We've got Heim Vision Sunrise Alarm Clock Wake Up Light. So this deal includes one smart alarm clock. Now, who doesn't want to wake up on the right side of the bed every morning? Well, with this sunrise alarm clock, you will establish a healthy sleep and wake up routine. I mean, it's going to make you getting out of bed so much easier.
Yes.
And the red tinted light gradually increases before your preset wake up time. So it means your room will be filled with a bright yellow light, which mimics the sunrise. So it makes it feel so much more natural, and it's not a horrible beeping alarm clock that just puts you in a bad mood immediately. So normally this is $60. But we've got it for only $24, Tori, which saves you 60%.
The idea of not being my morning, first thing I see or hear will be lovely. I'm buying this.
And then last, but this is not least, we have got a 10-pack of LuPone 12 LED outdoor solar landscape spotlights.
Oh, nice.
So this deal includes 10 spotlights, so you can illuminate your front yard, backyard, or pathways with this 10-pack of solar spotlights. And these are powerful solar panels, so the lights will stay on for more than 12 hours at night.
Nice.
And they automatically turn on and off by detecting sunlight or dusk. So savvy. Normally, these are $120. We've got them for $49, which saves everyone at home 59%.
Guys, spring, summer, all I do is have solar Christmas lights all over all my trees, and this will light up your plants beautifully. You hit them in the right spot. Head on over to MorningSave.com to snag these amazing deals at the lowest prices. You can even go ahead and scan the QR code on screen or visit MorningSave.com. Thank you so much, Steph. We'll be right back.
Promotional consideration is brought to you by
Fashion has always been fleeting, but my God, it feels out of control these days. So if you belong to the millennial or the Gen Z crowd, you may have heard of the term fast fashion. It's just the buying of cheap, mass-marketed clothes that you wear like 1 or 2 times, and then you trash it since the fad was like so last week. In fact, fast fashion has become a booming industry. Popular stores like Zara, Fashion Nova, and the Chinese giant Shein cater to this whiplash type of fashion, right? This year alone, Shein is expected to top $100 billion. All good, right? Not for the planet, because these clothes need to be made so fast and so cheaply, it has become one of the world's worst environmental enemies. You see, it's a 3-way hit. First, companies use cheap materials from farms that use pesticides and fertilizers. Second, the factories that churn out those $2 crop tops I can't wear, well, they end up pumping enormous amounts of carbon into the air. And lastly, the materials themselves they're all synthetic. So tons and tons of microplastics end up in the ocean and then into our food chain. Shein is actually one of the worst culprits out there, cranking out new clothes like it's butter in 1780. Compared to Zara, which has about 600 new items currently on their site, Shein pumps out 6,000 new items every single day. That's a lot of butter, and it's hell on Mother Nature. The remedy? Make some noise. After hearing complaints from Gen Zers, certain brands are trying to use more sustainable practices. Another alternative? Slow fashion. It makes for a happier planet. By making more conscious choices when you go shopping, like picking items that are of higher quality, they will last you a little bit longer, Also, buying and selling used clothing online is a breeze with apps like Poshmark, ThredUp, or Vinted. These apps can offer used clothes that are reusable, recyclable, and a gazillion% more eco-friendly. So next time, you have to have those high-waisted, lightly washed, ripped mom jeans that everyone is wearing. Maybe look online for a used pair, or even just ask your mom. Now you know.
Tech giants Apple, Google, and Microsoft are teaming up to change the way we log into our accounts. Earlier this month, all three companies announced they were committed to building tools for passwordless sign-in across their platforms. It's based on a standard called FIDO, and it works like this. Users choose an authentication device, in most cases a smartphone. When you log into your account on a computer or tablet, your phone is sent a notification. To unlock your account, all you'll need to do is unlock your phone. It's sort of like current two-factor authentication, where a passcode is sent to your phone, and then you have to enter that passcode on the other devices. But thanks to advances in tech, no passwords are required when using FIDO. You'll just unlock your phone using your face, fingerprint, or whatever method you choose, and you'll be logged in on the other device.
Tomorrow on DBL, the Tony Danza joins us live to chat with former Taxi co-star Mary Lou Henner. Plus, in our series Classic Commercial Stars, Where Are They Now? We're talking with David Naughton from the iconic Dr. Pepper commercial. I'm a pepper, you're a pepper. That's tomorrow on DBL.
Welcome back to DBL. So Mary Lou, as we've been talking, has this exceptional memory. Less than 100 people in the world have the memory like you. We told our viewers earlier that you would talk about Jeff and I's birthday. Because August 6, 1980.
Right. My son Nick is 28 today. My son Joey is 26 and a half today. And so we're doing a little shout out to them. So I was asking everybody about their 28th birthday. Do you remember yours or what day of the week it was?
I don't remember the day of the week. I just remember that my husband and I, because we have the same birthday, went to a place called Birds in Hollywood, and tequila was involved.
Yep, we've all been there.
Well, Jeff, I'm excited about your birthday. Because do you remember yours?
Mine was June 5th. I don't remember what I did, but I might have been in Canada fishing with my dad.
I do this thing in my club act where people put a date in. I tell them what day of the week it was, and I sing a song. Do you know what song was super popular for your 28th birthday?
Pump Up the Jam?
No. No. Crazy. The Gnarls Barkley song.
Oh, really?
Yeah. That was like, so that's what I sing if somebody says sometime around your birthday. But I got to tell you something else. The day you were born was the day I found out I had Taxi. Isn't that great?
June 5th, 1978?
Yeah. That was the day I found out.
What a day.
Do you remember the day? Like, is it the day of the week?
Yeah, it was Monday. Yeah, of course.
Were you born on a Monday?
Yeah, he was. Yeah, of course. Well, the night before was the Grease opening, and the casting director saw me across the room, and he went like this. So I knew, and then the next day I got the offer. Because the party was June 4th.
That's
crazy.
What a lucky
Sunday
day.
night.
Does the day have any color to you?
Sometimes, yeah, and they have a gender and stuff like that. But it's not like it's not synesthesia or something. Yeah. But I'm having so much fun with you guys.
What a connection.
DBL is new every day. We will see you all tomorrow again with Mary Lou.
Yes! I love. That was amazing.
Where hope finds help. Where courage meets conviction. Where makers make fans. We are Tegna, a family of local and national media brands that bring us together, serving the greater good of our communities. Where national know-how backs local business. Be in good company with Tegna.
But then you want to go back 20 years and cancel somebody for what they did? You know what? You're out of order.
I woke up and said, today is going to be a good day.
Yeah. At some point, you got to decide for yourself if you're going to stand up for what's wrong or what's right.
Like, are we living in Bizarro world? Sorry, I ran out of steam there.
I have to just push back on that. I think it's an okay conversation to have. That's what really rubbed me and a lot of people the wrong way.
I love this story.
we're talking about today on Daily Blast Live.
Ashley Judd reveals how her mother, Naomi, died in a heartbreaking new interview.
I went upstairs to let her know that the friend was there, and I discovered her.
People are losing millions as cryptocurrency tanks. Should celebrities be held accountable for putting their face on a financial flop? And we are jam-packed with stars all day, all live. Jason Oppenheim dishes on all the Selling Sunset drama. Mama June tells us about her return to reality TV. And remember the Snapple Lady? We're chatting with her in a classic commercial stars Where Are They Now?
Oh my gosh.
Are you insane? This is a sham. No.
Nope.
Yeah, just stop.
Finally here. Drum roll.
Welcome to DBL. We've got special guest co-host Mary Lou Henner here again.
So much.
We don't want to let you go.
She fits right in.
I know. Lovely. I know. Okay, so we do want to begin with this really tragic news, and I know that you knew her, Mary Lou. We're going to get to you. Ashley Judd is opening up about her mom's tragic suicide and revealed that she was the one who found Naomi after she ended her life. Here's what she told GMA.
I went upstairs to let her know that the friend was there, and I discovered her. And so, because we don't want it to be a part of the gossip economy, I will share with you that she used a weapon. Mother used a firearm. When we're talking about mental illness, it's very important and to be clear and to make the distinction between our loved one and the disease. It's very real, and it is enough to. It lies. It's savage.
Wow. I mean, just her saying it's very important to make the distinction between your loved one and a disease. Naomi had interviewed you, but you've had a lot of friends that have suffered due to mental illness, Robin Williams being one of them. What's going through your mind?
Oh, my gosh. First of all, just the whole thing, just you imagine finding her. Yeah, you know what I mean? And I had somebody who had found their parent, and when that happens, it's you can't get the images out of your mind. I mean, even if your family member dies when you're in the room, you can't get that out of the mind. But once it's gunshot and everything else, I mean, my heart goes out to her so much. And she also said something very interesting in the article, or in her interview, about everybody processes grief differently. And so she was kind of, in a numb state and could get through things, whereas her sister, I mean, everybody's different. You just never know when it happens to you how you're going to react.
And I know that you worked with Robin Williams. I believe you were the last person to have worked with him.
One of the last people oh my, and I've known Robin since 1977, before we even both got on Taxi and Mork and Mindy. I was in an improv class with him and John Ritter, if you can believe it. Wow. You just wanted to get on stage. I know, it's crazy. And he was so unbelievable, and I spent a lot of time knowing him over the years.
Did it surprise you?
It surprised me, but then when you found out what was going on with him, let's put it this way, you never know what is going on in somebody's life. My friend Sharon Feldstein, the mother of Beanie Feldstein and Jonah Hill, she has this incredible organization called Your Mom Cares.
That you're a part of.
Yes, that I'm a part of, and it's all about teen, and children, mental health, and trying to keep people healthy.
Say that again for some of our viewers, maybe their children. Your Mom Cares?
Your Mom Cares. It was started by Sharon Feldstein, Beanie Feldstein, and Jonah Hill's mom, and also Patsy Noah, who is Adam Levine's mother, and Alicia Keys' mom as well.
I'm so glad you guys offer that. I can't even imagine what children experience today. You were very open about when you were a teenager at Michigan, University of Michigan.
And I was just thinking this whole time when she said it's a liar and it's savage depression, my closest person in my life, my mom, didn't know. And that's how much you can separate yourself from the disease. I tell my parents everything, and they didn't know I couldn't lift up a toothbrush. I couldn't get out of my sweatpants. I couldn't get out of bed. Right. That's how much it lies and will manipulate and just and know that they are separate things. Tori and the disease are separate things. And sometimes ask your happy friend. Yeah, but sometimes ask your friends, even the ones that, remember Naomi said, the rhinestones and crystals, she said, and glitter. Ask those people if they need help too.
And I'm worried, you brought up teens, Jeff, and you work a lot with kids too, Erica, through CASA. I'm really worried about our youth today.
And the 2 years for the, for the pandemic and stuff, they didn't have their socialization.
And I'm worried about everyone. I keep saying, like, we just don't know what the lasting effects of the past 2 years have been on a lot of people. And for those of us who have lost people to suicide, I just want to remind people that it is okay to continue to celebrate that person and the life that they led. I mean, I shared that I lost a friend at the beginning of the pandemic, and when Ashley said that she wanted to be very clear so that it didn't get attached to the rumor mill. And I think a lot of people are trying to protect the legacy of the person who's no longer with us, but also the legacy of their families. But when I got the call, it wasn't that she had died. It was, Erica, she shot herself in the head. And I know that that's it's a stark thing, but it didn't make me, because my first reaction, and I've done this before, is to pick up the phone and call the person. And everything stopped. Like, there was a finality to that. Yeah. And also for us not to speculate, because already, and I continue to speculate about what happened in the 48 hours since I had last spoken to her. So knowing the details at the time was extremely shocking, but it also made me very clear on what the reality of the situation was. And I think sometimes that's important.
Did it produce any guilt for you?
I had so much guilt. I really did, because this was a person who was, we supported each other, especially during the pandemic. It was something that I spent more time with this person than I really spent with anyone. And, our relationship was a very spiritual connection, and we had an accountability with one another. And so when it happened, I always think, like, what did I miss?
Sure, and that's kind of what she was saying too, in the 3 C's and everything else.
I know. Wow. Well, our thoughts and prayers definitely with her and her family. We do want to leave with our viewers these very important hotlines. If you are going through any sort of mental health crisis, or someone you know, do not hesitate to call any of these numbers. Let me tell you, treatment works, treatment helps. You are not alone. We will be right back.
Closed captioning provided by
Daily Blast Live is always focused, always ready, always on cue, always timely. This May, don't miss a day. DBL is all new every day. I always tell you guys the photo of me. So we're talking about depression and how it doesn't discriminate. And I'm on Zoloft. Zoloft works for me, but when... Oh, sorry. But when I look at a picture of my badge, so I suffered postpartum depression very...
More with your daughter than with your
Yeah,
son?
more with Sophie.
It's because of the hormones.
Interesting.
A woman's hormones with a female child, it's always much worse in terms of morning sickness and also postpartum.
Wow. Yeah.
Like much higher than
that
with
makes
boys.
a lot of sense. And my badge, still that very picture from when 5 years ago I started here, and when I look at that picture, I don't see myself. It's so weird.
You don't look recognizable.
I don't recognize my eyes. So weird. Yeah. But treatment works, so
And call your mom.
Yeah.
Like my mom's just like, call.
Depending on, or your support.
Or your support system,
Yeah.
excuse me. But it's like, just reach. If I just picked up the phone, it would have saved me a year.
Real quick, everybody, for
Yes.
B2B block today.
We were talking about cryptocurrencies
Yes.
here, and specifically, of course, the celebrities who are endorsing them.
I don't want to go too deep into crypto because that's
Yeah,
just
'cause
like
it's like-
a word that makes people's brains go numb.
Yeah, nobody knows.
So it's not really about that. It's about celebrity as an endorsement. Is it risky for celebrities to endorse products if they then go south? There's other examples of this where.
What if they're endorsing it without being paid, like Reese and Gwyneth?
Yeah, well, but are they doing it for their own reasons? And is there a risk to this sort of endorsement if then?
Or you're Gwyneth Paltrow and you're sued.
sorry.
Right.
And then we've got
So
the
that's
Buffy-
sort of the realm
Corey
of
doesn't like
conversation
when I
more
follow.
than the.
We've got the Buffy Purcell side.
Like a jade egg in your.
And I've got
Are
the
we on?
tweet for you. if you want.
From Reese? Okay. Okay. Thank you, Jeray. A lot of people writing in saying we're so glad you guys are all here. So I guess people have been writing about their own struggles on the YouTube chat. Yeah. Oh, you're not alone.
Yeah. Welcome back to DBL. How many of you have seen this commercial starring Matt Damon? Take a look.
With 4 simple words that have been whispered by the intrepid since the time of the Romans. Fortune favors the brave.
Rake. Hey, seal of 2 thumbs up.
I'm still on board.
I hate it.
I'm still on board.
Matt is not the only celebrity promoting cryptocurrencies. Gwyneth Paltrow, Tom Brady, Reese Witherspoon, Serena Williams, and many more have also urged fans to invest their money. But here's the thing. Major cryptocurrencies have seen some steep losses. More than $200 billion in value was wiped out in one day alone. Now, if you don't know what cryptocurrencies are, we're not entirely sure either. It's okay. Experts say they are a digital currency that's exchanged online, that's not tied to a government, but ultimately what we want to talk about is what responsibility do these stars have that they're telling fans to invest and then those fans lose their money? So DBL Nation, gotta hear from you. Always want to know what you think. How much are you influenced by celebrity endorsements? A lot, a little, none at all? Go to our DBLvote.com or go to DBLvote to say it. That's a mouthful. It's the cryptocurrencies in my head. Okay, so what are you thinking, Jeff?
First of all, if I was voting, I would put not at all, right? I'm influenced by certain people that influence my life, but not where I'm going to spend my money, not how I spend my money, not who I vote for. This is as silly as people going out and endorsing a president. Hey, man, I'm your favorite musician. Vote for this person. What? Are you out of your mind?
They're citizens too. Why can't they speak up?
Okay, whatever.
Okay.
So, but that's getting back to this. Let's not just blame it on celebrities. There's Crypto.com Arena, which took over Staples Center. The NBA, all their jerseys now have crypto logos on there. So they're not just, don't blame celebrities. Everyone's trying to get in this game. But nothing's for free. Nothing's for free. And don't.
And there's no thing there.
Have some discernment when celebrities tell you something, right? I love Mark Wahlberg. I like Matt Damon. I didn't buy cryptocurrency because of his commercial.
But I would have. I'm someone who's gullible.
I literally, and I'm not gullible, and I'm very thoughtful and careful with my money. I am. Yeah. And so I had always thought about it. I never understood what it was. And luckily, I just dipped my toe in the water like 2 weeks ago. So thank goodness. And maybe it'll go back up like the stocks fluctuate. But I was influenced by Reese Witherspoon's tweet. So Reese Witherspoon says, crypto is here to stay. I'm committed to supporting creators who have pioneered the NFT space and encouraging more women to be a part of the conversation because 70% of the people benefiting from crypto are men.
So they use that part of it.
I was just like, oh, now she's not being paid by any cryptocurrency. No crypto wallets are paying her.
I'd be curious to know who took their money out to cause the $200 billion, because they, was it like you were gathering and then selling? But here's the thing that in my research this morning that I found out, I can't believe that the amount of energy that it takes to do all these computers trying to compute these things, that could run Argentina, and there's no stopping it. It's like it's such an energy suck to be creating these cryptos.
And there's nothing there.
There's nothing there.
That's what's so bizarre.
Yeah. Well, I mean, also for me, I'm very much like I go to the experts, and when people say like not everyone can afford a team, you don't necessarily need a team. There's so much free information out there, and that's the reason why the people that I go to who are also like not together, they're independent. I think that's very important too, to diversify. But we just had Buffy Purcell on just a couple weeks ago talking specifically about this.
Why would you listen to them? You know what I mean? And when they invest, they have way more resources than you do. Crypto is like gambling. And if you can't save $100 for more than 3 days, you shouldn't be looking at no cryptocurrency, huh?
Okay, advised, okay? And she gives out free nuggets of wisdom. But here's the thing about it. If there's someone that you relate to, and maybe it's not like financially, or you're relating to them more on like a financial level, they've done something and they're successful, take some of their advice, but also be discerning, like Jeff said. You know, you do not have those same types of resources. I rely a lot on Buffy, but also Buffy and I have a very similar history when it comes to things. So I find somebody who really speaks to you and speaks to what your current situation is, who's going to be honest with you about how to invest your money.
Well said. And research, right? Okay, so final vote. Let's see what our viewers say. None at all is 88%, a little 8%, and a lot 4% of you are influenced, just 4% by celebrities.
Yeah, right.
I don't know if that's honest.
That's why I say that this show is great. You should believe me, okay? Just believe me.
You got the endorsement.
I know on DBL, Broadway star Patti LuPone yells at an audience member. What led to the outburst? We're going to tell you after the break.
This was when
Last week, a draft version of a Supreme Court opinion leaked to Politico, revealing a majority of justices are prepared to overturn Roe v. Wade and allow states to write their own abortion laws. Since then, there have been a flurry of claims online about measures that might be taken in some states if that happens. One claim said a law in Tennessee has already passed that would go further than abortion and ban emergency contraception. The Post said, quote, Tennessee just banned Plan B and made it a crime punishable by a $50,000 fine to order it. So is that true? Did Tennessee ban Plan B and make ordering it a crime? The first thing to know is that Plan B is an emergency contraceptive, not an abortion pill. That means it prevents a pregnancy from happening in the first place. It doesn't end an existing one. Now, the author of the viral tweet has actually since deleted it, and she told CNN she mistakenly misinterpreted the law. What Tennessee actually just passed is a new law dealing with abortion pills, a totally different drug. And it doesn't even actually ban those pills either. It only requires that they be prescribed by a doctor in person and prohibits the pills from being provided by mail. And here's the other thing. That requirement actually already existed in Tennessee. The main thing this new law changes, it stiffens the penalty for providers who violate the law from a Class B misdemeanor to a Class E felony. That means anyone like a doctor who gives someone abortion pills through the mail or without seeing them in person could face up to a $50,000 fine in Tennessee. But the law explicitly states, quote, a criminal penalty shall not be assessed against a patient upon whom a chemical abortion is attempted or performed. So we can verify, no, Tennessee did not ban Plan B and make ordering it a crime. With your Verify, I'm Casey Decker.
Welcome back to DBL. We were scheduled to have Jason Oppenheim on the show today, but there was a technical issue. We hope to get him on another time very soon. So instead, we want to talk.
Oh, that's so weird.
Why?
Didn't Chriselle's music video just come out with G-Flip?
I think it did today, right?
I pick up what you're laying down.
Yeah, okay. I was just asking a
Maybe
question.
he's checking out his crypto.
We're all in reality here.
All right. Instead, we're going to talk about Broadway legend Patti LuPone. She did not hold back recently. She went off on a pair of theater goers who were not following the rules to wear their masks. Take a look.
Put your mask over your nose. That's why you're in the theater. That is the rule. If you don't want to follow the rule, get the out. What do you think you are if you do not respect the people that are sitting around you? You pay my salary. Chris Harper pays my salary.
Wow. You're all chatting about it.
She's feisty. I know her.
Scared.
She is extremely feisty, extraordinarily talented. And you know what? You're sitting next to it. It's the Broadway rule. Don't go to a Broadway show if you're not going to wear your mask. It's the rule. You're sitting this close to people, closer than we are. And you're there and they're doing a talk back, you know, and the actors can finally see you and everything else. It's disrespectful. Those are the rules in Broadway theaters right now. I don't care your politics. I don't care your mask mandate. That is the policy in Broadway theaters now.
But Mary Lou, let me ask you a question. You're absolutely right. I agree with you. How would you respond, though? Would you respond
I'm
that
not
way?
a big swearer. You know, we have a swear jar in my house.
You do?
Yeah, well, because my 7 and 9-year-old niece and nephew live with us part of the time. And so, you know, my husband fills it. They're going to college on what my husband says. He said, my nephew said, oh, there's a new tooth fairy in town. This is more than the tooth fairy.
But doesn't anger spark anger? So if someone talked to me that way, I wouldn't appreciate that.
No, but knowing Patty, she probably like was paying attention. And she realized the woman was slipping and stuff. And but still, you're on stage and you're trying to like stop.
No, I get it. I just responding, and you're the celebrity. They're there to see you. Maybe have a little more respect. I don't know. Maybe it's just me.
But they say, what's the saying that I always get wrong about? You attract more bees with honey.
Something with honey and vinegar flies.
Honey.
Yeah. But apparently, to provide more context, the individuals were asked to continuously put on their mask. I'm sure the actors up there were distracted by that.
Exactly.
And it is, you don't know if Patty lost someone. I lost someone to COVID. You all know, my brother-in-law. And
she had it not too long ago. And it closed a lot of Broadway shows and everything else.
And she puts that on her back a lot.
Ideally, she should have, to your point, though, Jeff, handled it with more
respect. I mean, I'm paying money to come see you. I like you. I'm a fan. And you're right. Wear the mask.
Broadway went dark for 2 years. People are still struggling to make ends meet. Like, if you want to go see the show, maybe not disrespect the whole community who didn't even know how they were going to pay their bills for 2 years. So, yeah, I'm sure that there was a lot of angst about it. But wouldn't you be angry if you couldn't pay your bills for 2 years?
But don't disrespect the people that are paying you. Don't disrespect them. I totally agree.
Everybody around that woman was like, "Thank you, Patty." You saw that they were like applauding.
Yeah, but I think it could have been done in a little nicer.
I don't know if I'd go back.
Of course, we can always Monday morning go back.
The swearing out. Yeah.
What are we supposed to do on here? Hey, way to go. I love your show.
We'll be right back.
Promotional consideration is brought to you by
Fashion has always been fleeting, but my God, it feels out of control these days. So if you belong to the millennial or the Gen Z crowd, you may have heard of the term fast fashion. It's just the buying of cheap, mass-marketed clothes that you wear like 1 or 2 times, and then you trash it since the fad was like so last week. In fact, fast fashion has become a booming industry. Popular stores like Zara, Fashion Nova, and the Chinese giant Shein cater to this whiplash type of fashion, right? This year alone, Shein is expected to top $100 billion. All good, right? Not for the planet, because these clothes need to be made so fast and so cheaply, it has become one of the world's worst environmental enemies. You see, it's a 3-way hit. First, companies use cheap materials from farms that use pesticides and fertilizers. Second, the factories that churn out those $2 crop tops I can't wear, well, they end up pumping enormous amounts of carbon into the air. And lastly, the materials themselves they're all synthetic. So tons and tons of microplastics end up in the ocean and then into our food chain. Shein is actually one of the worst culprits out there, cranking out new clothes like it's butter in 1780. Compared to Zara, which has about 600 new items currently on their site, Shein pumps out 6,000 new items every single day. That's a lot of butter, and it's hell on Mother Nature. The remedy? Make some noise. After hearing complaints from Gen Zers, certain brands are trying to use more sustainable practices. Another alternative? Slow fashion. It makes for a happier planet. By making more conscious choices when you go shopping, like picking items that are of higher quality, they will last you a little bit longer. Also, buying and selling used clothing online is a breeze with apps like Poshmark, ThredUp, or Vinted. These apps can offer used clothes that are reusable, recyclable, and a gazillion% more eco-friendly. So next time you have to have those high-waisted, lightly washed, ripped mom jeans that everyone is wearing, maybe look online for a used pair, or even just ask your mom. Now you know.
Tech giants Apple, Google, and Microsoft are teaming up to change the way we log into our accounts. Earlier this month, all 3 companies announced they were committed to building tools for passwordless sign-in across their platforms. It's based on a standard called FIDO, and it works like this. Users choose an authentication device, in most cases a smartphone. When you log into your account on a computer or tablet, your phone is sent a notification. To unlock your account, all you'll need to do is unlock your phone. It's sort of like current two-factor authentication, where a passcode is sent to your phone, and then you have to enter that passcode on the other devices. But thanks to advances in tech, no passwords are required when using FIDO. You'll just unlock your phone using your face, fingerprint, or whatever method you choose, and you'll be logged in on the other device.
Welcome back to DBL. We've got a special birthday shout out.
I'm so excited because today is my son Nick's 28th birthday. He's the one on the left. Yes! And my son Joey, he's 28. My son Joey is 26 and a half today. Oh, it's his half birthday. They're May 12th and November 12th. And it's funny, it took me 3.5 years to get pregnant with Nikki. We had like fertility things and we kept, but it was unexplained. And then he was born and I looked at his little face and I said, now I know why it took 3.5 years, because I was waiting for him. You know? And then Joe, it was, well, you know what it is like with your kids. I mean, it's unbelievable. And I'm so proud of him. He's directing his very first feature film. I can't tell the name because it's going to be a big announcement. And he's got all these fabulous people in it, and I'm so proud of him, and I just love him so much, and I hope I get a chance. He's working, so I hope I get a chance to talk to him. But there's nothing like being a mother. It's like the best job of your life. And Joey, being 26 and a half, he's writing, he's a comedy guy, and he's doing improv. He's an international bridge player, and I love my boys so much, and we always celebrate their birthdays and their half birthdays. So thank you for this incredible opportunity. Absolutely. I was doing on my 28th birthday, but Tori, do you know what you were doing on yours?
Yeah, I was at a really awesome bar coaching horses in LA on Sunset. Yeah, and I was having some fun.
Do you know what day of the week it was?
No.
Yeah, it was a Tuesday.
Was it?
Yeah, Tuesday. So you were having fun midweek.
Crazy memories.
That's
insane.
crazy. You know what else? The Haiti earthquake happened that day.
Well, what's your birthday?
As well.
January 12th. That's exactly right.
Yeah.
Gosh.
So that was your 28th.
Wow.
Do you remember what Erica was doing on her 28th or know what was happening?
Well, I know what I was doing. I was on a family trip to Yosemite. It was, I know you were born on Valentine's Day, which is such a great day to be born. And that was the weekend. It was also President's Weekend that weekend. So we were with my family and my boys were in a show and stuff. You know, they were with us. Do you know what you were doing? What day of the week it was?
I think it was a Friday.
It was a Saturday.
Oh, it was?
But maybe you celebrated all weekend.
Oh, yeah. I had just moved here to Denver.
Oh, to Denver.
So, yeah. And I went out with someone who worked in the building actually got me. No. At the building that I lived in, got me into this like nightclub. And I remember they got me a bottle, like, because they felt so bad that I was here like by myself on my birthday. And they got me a bottle and this girl comes up and like takes the bottle and I was like, that's my bottle. And she goes, no, it's everyone's bottle, or it's some girl named Erica's bottle, or something like that. And I was like, I'm Erica. Thank you. Thank you.
Now, it's such a turning point to, I think, 28, because it's like, 27 is really the beginning of the rest of it, but 28, you're like really solid. And I just have to say, my son Joey, Nikki took 3.5 years.
We are running out of time here.
Sorry.
I'm so sorry, but you better stay tuned because Mary Lou is going to tell Jeff and I what happened on our 20th birthdays. We didn't even know this. You're not going to want to miss this. If you're leaving us, you can watch the second half of the show online. But if you get the second half of the show where you are, here is what's ahead. Our classic commercial stars, Where Are They Now? Week continues. We're going to be joined by the Snapple Lady herself. And Mama June's going to join us live. Don't miss it.
The future of abortion access is unclear, and on social media, some are asking whether a state could ban interstate travel to get an abortion. For example, if West Virginia banned abortion in a post-Roe world, could they stop one of their residents from going to Maryland to get an abortion where it was still legal? Let's verify. Our sources are a trio of legal experts from the Georgetown Law Center, the Temple University Law School, and the University of Pittsburgh Law School. Our Georgetown expert says one thing is very clear.
No state can prevent somebody from going to another state or back into your own state. The only one that can regulate interstate travel and commerce is the U.S. Congress itself.
So we could verify that no, A state cannot physically prevent a patient from crossing state lines to get an abortion. But our legal experts say that some states are likely to pass laws to try and punish those involved with an out-of-state abortion, whether it's trying to extradite an out-of-state provider, punishing those who aid and abet the abortion, such as the person who drives the patient, or even penalizing the patient themselves when they return to their home state.
They can't physically stop them, perhaps, but they can create liability for someone who is going to help someone do that.
And we're seeing efforts to limit out-of-state abortions already. And our experts say whether any of these laws are constitutional is the big question right now.
It's not a very well-developed area of law. It's certainly never been tested in regard to abortion. So it's unsettled. And ultimately, the arbiter might be the Supreme Court.
With your Verify, I'm Evan Kozloff.
Is Daily Blast Live. We're talking about what you're talking about.
Oh my gosh.
Are you insane? This is a sham.
No.
Nope. Y'all, just stop.
Finally here. Drum roll.
There's a lot that happen behind closed doors that a lot of people don't know.
You go back on whatever you say.
It's not that easy.
Mama's bad choices are finally catching up to her.
I'm scared. I know what Gino's capable of. What if something happened to her?
I don't know what's wrong with Mama. And the truth's coming out.
Mama June and her new boy toy.
$50,000. Where does she find these men? Convicts.com.
So that was a clip from Mama June, Road to Redemption. That's right. The former pageant mom is back on TV and here today to tell her story. Welcome to the show, Mama June Shannon. Thank you.
Thank you.
So, June, let's get right into this. Your daughter, Elena, or Honey Boo Boo, as everyone knows her, is 16, and she's dating a 20-year-old man. Now, we're going right into it. Why are you choosing to defend this relationship?
A lot of people got to realize Alana's fixing to be 17. And I think that, you know, she is getting a lot of hate because it is an interracial couple. Also, you know, people got to realize that, you know, Pumpkin and Josh were the same age when they met 7 years ago. So, you know, in the state of Georgia, the legal age is 16.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, June, after Toddlers and Tiaras made you a household name, what were the biggest challenges for you coping with that fame?
It was kind of strange, and even after, you know, almost 11 years, it is still a surreal thing for me because it's like we're known in 492 countries. We're known by a lot of A-list celebrities. I mean, it's just kind of like a surreal thing still today, even after 11 years.
Wow. I can't even imagine that. We're very open on the show about feeling depressed and low, and I just wanted to know what you thought was your rock bottom and what you thought helped you out of that, and if you can be just very clear, because someone right now probably is watching going through that.
You know, like I said, I mean, you know, if you're talking about my addiction, you know, my rock bottom was just being tired of being tired. But 29 months later, clean and sober, you know, I've dealt with the last year learning who June Shannon is. Getting out of a domestic violence situation, getting out of a toxic situation that I stayed way too many years on. But that is what it's going to show, you know, this season. The first 2 episodes is going to show how I had to deal with being in a domestic violence situation in the public eye and having to keep it behind closed doors.
Congratulations on your sobriety.
Yeah,
and I understand. So what was the hardest part of it? Because I know a lot of people have been through it, and everybody seems to have a different sort of point of view about that. What was the most difficult for you?
Difficulty in my sobriety is just, you know, it would be so much easier for me to go out and mask those feelings with drugs. But it's even more easier for me to wake up every morning and say, for the next 24 hours, I'm going to stay clean no matter what goes on in my life. And so when I set my mind to something, I do it.
Good for you.
And you know, June, 29 months sober is a really big deal. That's a huge first step on a road back to redemption.
Right.
And you know, I've been waiting to talk to you because I interviewed your daughter Anna a while back, and this was for HLN CNN. And I have to be honest, she was so hurt, so angry with you at that time. Again, this was about 10 years ago, and she was angry because you got back together with Mark McDaniel, your ex, who served prison time for molesting her.
I did not.
Okay, well, that was her
I did not
claim.
get back with him.
Okay, so that was her claim.
Yeah.
I just want to know from you, did you and Anna make amends? I hope you did. Is there anything that you regret in regard to you and Anna's relationship?
Me and Anna?
Anna, yes.
You know, situations happen in life, and you know, we both know what's behind the closed doors, and that situation we deal with behind closed doors with her. And like I said, it's not that I don't love my child. It's just situations, and it has nothing to do with my ex, because I never did get back with Mark McDaniel. But that's the horse that's beaten, and we don't talk about that anymore. That's 10 years ago.
But you guys are on better terms, you and Anna?
We talk periodically, yes.
Well, that's a step, and I hope that you guys can find your way back to each other and heal from all that trauma.
Yeah, speaking of healing, let's talk about Road to Redemption. You say a lot happened, like you just said, behind closed doors between you and your ex, Gino. So what happened? How do you process it? How much do you want to share? How do you keep that private? And do you want to keep any of it private?
For a long time, I kept it private. For like 3 years, I still filmed season 3, season 4, season 5. I was spinning out of control of my own addiction. I kept it behind closed doors. I didn't want nobody to know about it. But now, because I'm learning who June Shannon is for once in my life for the first time in 41 years, I want to be able to share that, because I've shared my weight loss. I've shared my addiction. I've shared my recovery. I've shared working on my kids. And now, sharing a domestic violence toxic situation, I want to show people there is a way out. God may open up many doors, and you may not walk through it, because I was scared myself. But then when that final door opened last year, I ran out that door and have never looked back. Never.
Wow. And I know this season you're also, you're also battling for custody of Alana, who was great on Dancing with the Stars Junior, by the way. She's a real character, still got the talent, the girl, you know. And you're battling for custody for Alana with Lawrence. So how has that affected your relationship with both of them?
We still see each other every day. You know, it's been an ongoing thing. And just again, like I tell people, she's 16, and so when we go in front of the judge, she's able to make her own decisions, because in the state of Georgia, it's age 12 to 13. And when you go in front of the judge listens to that child. So that's what we're dealing with as a family right now.
All right. Well, thank you for your transparency and for chatting with us today. Be sure to watch Mama June Road to Redemption on WeTV. Thank you. We'll be right back.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Closed captioning provided by
Poshmark is the
Daily Blast Live is always focused, always ready, always on cue, always timely. This May, don't miss a day. DBL is all new every day.
You put it out there.
Hey guys, so we're answering some of your questions. Speaking about the red hair, she said it was a total advantage.
Let's do
A lot
it.
of gingers are writing
you
in.
stand up, yeah. And my son, this is the only where it's not an advantage. My son, who is very red hair, I used to say, Joey, there's going to be 20 kids. If you're all in trouble, it doesn't matter. They're going to remember the redhead.
That's so true.
Don't be in trouble.
That's so true. Fourth question for Miss Wendy, so you'll follow Sam. Yes.
She remembers everything. That's
Great. And then I'm ready for it.
Okay, and then if you feel comfortable with, someone did ask about the Hollywood couch, and that is a hard topic to go into. But again, the Me Too movement in Hollywood.
Right. I've been asked about this a lot.
And I wanted to know if you're comfortable.
I think I always, I never went through that thing because I think. I don't know. I just, there's so many different reasons why that may have happened. And it may have been like I was always protected by my taxi guys, or about being with famous boyfriends or something, and maybe people. I don't know. I don't know. But
It's also I also feel like, and I wonder if you guys agree with me. Like you're so good in comedy. I feel like it's a lot of the the ingenues who know, like I feel like you were.
Yeah,
you
I was
knew
never
more.
an ingenue.
You're right. Right. You knew. You were on it.
I
a
don't
bit,
know. Maybe. You know, I was always on guard. Too.
Yeah, and you had a
I was
lot
on
of
guard.
people protecting you.
But you know, listen, there's so many women who are in the same position I was, who are just as funny, not funny, if not funnier, everything. It always depended on the person. Maybe I just didn't run into the same perpetrators that other people did.
Wow. But you've heard of it certainly in Hollywood. It's
yeah, well, especially lately. I mean,
know.
gosh, you know,
It's all
so many
coming
things.
out. I
Yeah.
know. Thanks, guys. Keep writing in.
Yes, she was the lovable lady from Long Island who answered the fan mail for one very popular drink. Do you remember these commercials?
Hello from Snapple. Today's letter is from Nancy Lambert. Her dog Shane can be asleep in the back bedroom, but if you open his Snapple, she comes running.
Hi, an eligible Snapple fan from Wisconsin writes, I take sudden glances at this girl while I drink bottles of Passion Supreme soda, but I can't find the nerve to talk to her. Can you please help?
Hi from Snapple. We got a letter here from Dirk MacGyver. Your iced tea is the best I have ever tasted. I am not lying when I say this. We'll see about that.
Yes, please welcome to the show, Wendy Kaufman.
Yeah, Wendy.
She's great. Hello. It's such a pleasure. You didn't forget me.
No
it's been
way.
30 years.
You're unforgettable, Wendy. You look
fabulous.
She looks exactly the same. Yeah.
So you know what? I tell everybody by the time I die, I'm not going to look better.
Get out there.
Wendy, I have a question because I didn't know this before this, but you were an actual Snapple employee before you started filming these commercials. But, and kind of a turn here, that job came at a really difficult time in your life. Do you mind just sharing a little bit about what was happening for you?
It's like Sobriety Thursday. I'm like laughing. So anyway, you know, I grew up in the 80s, so I too was a cocaine addict. And I was working in my family business, and they told me that I had to get out of my family business, tough love. And one of the owners of Snapple knew me. He was like a surrogate father, and there was a rule at Snapple, no friends, no family, and he talked to everybody, and he cleared it for me, and it became my sober job. But I just got to let you know that I turned him down 2 times before he took me on, but he told me, I'm only paying you $20,000 a year, so you're going to have to work for it. And that made me feel really good about this
You earned
job.
it. You earned it.
This is such an incredible story because you started to notice the fan mail coming into the Snapple building, but no one was paying attention to it but you. So why did you start answering them?
It's like Tori. It's like me. It's like me.
we were growing so crazily at the time, and I knew, you know, from rehab, you know, I had gone away for 28 days. It became a 10-month ordeal, and they told me specifically, the best place for you to be, Wendy, is out of your own head.
Right.
So when these letters started to come in, I realized it could be a vehicle for me to do good for others and to get normal and healthier and to be a kinder, better person. And, you know, my boss said, you know what, if that's something that you want to do, I didn't grow up with computers. I'm too old for that. So they sent me back to school, and I started to answer everybody who wrote to us. And it was unbelievable because it became community stuff. It became sponsorships into great things. And you know what, like I just remember so vividly looking in the mirror, like after about a year of sobriety. And this is back at about 1989, 1990. And I just remember looking at myself in the mirror and seeing finally the sparkle in my eye. And I started to cry, and I just said, I am never going back. And they believed in me more than I believed in myself, but it's going to be 33 years for me. So
I'm pretty damn proud.
Wendy, first of all, the fact that you just speak so positively and candidly about your addiction story and your journey and your success is breaking barriers, and I'm hoping that someone at home, and I know someone at home, is receiving that. So thank you. You were talking about all these letters you guys were receiving. I just want our viewers to understand, by year 3 of filming, you were receiving 3,000 letters a week.
Okay.
What are some of the
have to
craziest
understand.
ones?
First of all, it was such a nutty time because if you think about it, it's before social media.
Yeah.
So I'm getting 3,000 stamped letters a week, you know, and some of the crazy ones, like one of my favorites, I was never invited to the prom. My best friend ended up taking me, but I was invited to a prom and there was no damn way that I wasn't going to the prom. And I actually went with the Today Show filming because it was going to be recorded that I didn't care that I was 33 years old,
Amazing.
but I was going to the prom. That was one of them. And one of my favorites was a guy sent me a picture off of a pier, a wooden pier, and he's naked. And I wrote him back to cover up or he could get a splinter in his penis. So,
But Wendy, I got to ask you this because we're running out of time. But after these commercials, we really didn't see you. We've been talking for just a couple minutes. I want to see more of you.
Me too.
What have you been doing, and why aren't you on TV more?
It's so nice of you. I was not an actress, so I didn't really care. I did my job. I wasn't like looking for fame and fortune. I was in my 50s when all this started to happen, and my parents started to get sick.
Aww.
So unfortunately for me, my father had Parkinson's and dementia. My mother got depressed, and I started to travel to Florida as the oldest child to be there and to help them. And I also have to tell you, in 2009, I had a home in the Berkshires and it burned down from you know, a storm that we had. So I was busy getting my life in order, my parents' life in order, and I have been toying with a book because I do have an incredible story.
You got to write a book. I'm telling you, you have to start a podcast. We're out of time, but I'm telling you, I'll help you out. I won't, but I'll give you the idea.
My life in ounces.
Yeah, I think you're fantastic.
Wendy, we appreciate you. It's so good to see your face. Thanks so much for today. We'll be right back.
Thank you. Bye.
Snapple Pod.
So fun.
Snapple Cat Podcast.
I've never really been offered abuse.
Last week, a draft version of a Supreme Court opinion leaked to Politico, revealing a majority of justices are prepared to overturn Roe v. Wade and allow states to write their own abortion laws. Since then, there have been a flurry of claims online about measures that might be taken in some states if that happens. One claim said a law in Tennessee has already passed that would go further than abortion and ban emergency contraception. The Post said, quote, Tennessee just banned Plan B and made it a crime punishable by a $50,000 fine to order it. So is that true? Did Tennessee ban Plan B and make ordering it a crime? The first thing to know is that Plan B is an emergency contraceptive, not an abortion pill. That means it prevents a pregnancy from happening in the first place. It doesn't end an existing one. Now, the author of the viral tweet has actually since deleted it, and she told CNN she mistakenly misinterpreted the law. What Tennessee actually just passed is a new law dealing with abortion pills, a totally different drug. And it doesn't even actually ban those pills either. It only requires that they be prescribed by a doctor in person and prohibits the pills from being provided by mail. And here's the other thing. That requirement actually already existed in Tennessee. The main thing this new law changes, it stiffens the penalty for providers who violate the law from a Class B misdemeanor to a Class E felony. That means anyone like a doctor who gives someone abortion pills through the mail or without seeing them in person could face up to a $50,000 fine in Tennessee. But the law explicitly states, quote, a criminal penalty shall not be assessed against a patient upon whom a chemical abortion is attempted or performed. So we can verify, no, Tennessee did not ban Plan B and make ordering it a crime. With your Verify, I'm Casey Decker.
Oh, no.
It's the best time of the week. Get your phones out to scan our QR code so you can shop till you drop with our friends at MorningSave. Check it out.
Steph, what do you have for us today?
Hi, Tori, looking gorgeous. And hey, DBL Nation, I've got some wonderful products and even better deals just for you. You're going to go wild for this. So, first up, we've got Lifestyle Advanced Airstream Elite True Wireless Earbuds with a charging case. Ooh. So look at this cute colour. I'm in love with this. So deal includes one pair of earbuds with a charging case, super snazzy, and a charging cable. We've got it in 5 colours: black, grey, rose gold, pink, and purple. My favourite. Love this. And this alternative has got a price tag that we all can love. Ooh. And guess what, Tori? You can even answer and decline calls, skip through your music, and easily pair up with other devices with just a tap. Normally, they're $70. Guess what? We've got them for $19, which saves everyone 73%.
Get them in every color.
Please.
That's brilliant. And I do think the color makes a difference. Everyone's kind of branding themselves now. That purple's darling.
All right, now this one, we all know I love skincare, so it's the ultimate one for me. Ooh. It's L'Oreal Paris Revitalift Anti-Wrinkle Plus Firming Eye and Night Cream Set.
Oh, I need this.
So the deal includes one cute eye cream and one night cream. So this firming eye cream treatment is formulated specifically for the delicate skin around your eyes. So literally you need to keep it smooth and firm, and this is how you're going to do it. Now, the firming night cream, this will help nourish your skin and moisture and address the most visible skin concerns all while you're asleep.
Nice.
It's dermatologist tested, fragrance free, and it will not clog up your pores. So normally this would be $36, but we've got both of them for $20. Well, 44%.
2 for $20. And by the way, ladies or men, before eye makeup, a little dab of this will keep the cakiness away.
Now, Tori, you are going to love this. We've got Heim Vision Sunrise Alarm Clock Wake Up Light. So this deal includes one smart alarm clock. Now, who doesn't want to wake up on the right side of the bed every morning? Well, with this sunrise alarm clock, you will establish a healthy sleep and wake up routine. I mean, it's going to make you getting out of bed so much easier.
Yes.
The red tinted light gradually increases before your preset wake up time. So it means your room will be filled with a bright yellow light, which mimics the sunrise. So it makes it feel so much more natural, and it's not a horrible beeping alarm clock that just puts you in a bad mood immediately. So normally this is $60. But we've got it for only $24, Tori, which saves you 60%.
The idea of not being my morning first thing I see or hear will be lovely. I'm buying this.
And then last, but this is not least, we have got a 10-pack of LuPone 12 LED outdoor solar landscape spotlights.
Oh, nice.
So this deal includes 10 spotlights, so you can illuminate your front yard, backyard, or pathways with this 10-pack of solar spotlights. And these are powerful solar panels, so the lights will stay on for more than 12 hours at night.
Nice.
And they automatically turn on and off by detecting sunlight or dusk. So savvy. Normally, these are $120. We've got them for $49, which saves everyone at home 59%.
Guys, spring, summer, all I do is have solar Christmas lights all over all my trees, and this will light up your plants beautifully. You hit them in the right spot. Head on over to MorningSave.com to snag these amazing deals at the lowest prices. You can even go ahead and scan the QR code on screen or visit MorningSave.com. Thank you so much, Steph. We'll be right back.
Promotional consideration is brought to you by
Fashion has always been fleeting, but my God, it feels out of control these days. So if you belong to the millennial or the Gen Z crowd, you may have heard of the term fast fashion. It's just the buying of cheap, mass-marketed clothes that you wear like 1 or 2 times, and then you trash it since the fad was like so last week. In fact, fast fashion has become a booming industry. Popular stores like Zara, Fashion Nova, and the Chinese giant Shein cater to this whiplash type of fashion, right? This year alone, Shein is expected to top $100 billion. All good, right? Not for the planet, because these clothes need to be made so fast and so cheaply, it has become one of the world's worst environmental enemies. You see, It's a three-way hit. First, companies use cheap materials from farms that use pesticides and fertilizers. Second, the factories that churn out those $2 crop tops I can't wear, well, they end up pumping enormous amounts of carbon into the air. And lastly, the materials themselves they're all synthetic. So tons and tons of microplastics end up in the ocean and then into our food chain. Shein is actually one of the worst culprits out there, cranking out new clothes like it's butter in 1780. Compared to Zara, which has about 600 new items currently on their site, Shein pumps out 6,000 new items every single day. That's a lot of butter, and it's hell on Mother Nature. The remedy? Make some noise. After hearing complaints from Gen Zers, certain brands are trying to use more sustainable practices. Another alternative? Slow fashion. It makes for a happier planet. By making more conscious choices when you go shopping, like picking items that are of higher quality, they will last you a little bit longer. Also, buying and selling used clothing online is a breeze with apps like Poshmark, ThredUp, or Vinted. These apps can offer used clothes that are reusable, recyclable, and a gazillion% more eco-friendly. So next time you have to have those high-waisted, lightly washed, ripped mom jeans that everyone is wearing, maybe look online for a used pair, or even just ask your mom. Now you know.
Tech giants Apple, Google, and Microsoft are teaming up to change the way we log into our accounts. Earlier this month, all three companies announced they were committed to building tools for passwordless sign-in across their platforms. It's based on a standard called FIDO, and it works like this. Users choose an authentication device, in most cases a smartphone. When you log into your account on a computer or tablet, your phone is sent a notification. To unlock your account, all you'll need to do is unlock your phone. It's sort of like current two-factor authentication, where a passcode is sent to your phone, and then you have to enter that passcode on the other devices. But thanks to advances in tech, no passwords are required when using FIDO. You'll just unlock your phone using your face, fingerprint, or whatever method you choose, and you'll be logged in on the other device.
Tomorrow on DBL, the Tony Danza joins us live to chat with former Taxi co-star Mary Lou Henner. Plus, in our series Classic Commercial Stars, Where Are They Now? We're talking with David Naughton from the iconic Dr. Pepper commercial. I'm a pepper, you're a pepper. That's tomorrow on DBL.
Welcome back to DBL. So Mary Lou, as we've been talking, has this exceptional memory. Less than 100 people in the world have the memory like you. We told our viewers earlier that you would talk about Jeff and I's birthday. Because August 6, 1980.
Right. My son Nick is 28 today. My son Joey is 26 and a half today. And so we're doing a little shout out to them. So I was asking everybody about their 28th birthday. Do you remember yours, or what day of the week it was?
I don't remember the day of the week. I just remember that my husband and I, because we have the same birthday, went to a place called Birds in Hollywood, and tequila was involved.
Yep, we've all been there.
Well, Jeff, I'm excited about your birthday. Because do you remember yours?
Mine was June 5th. I don't remember what I did, but I might have been in Canada fishing with my dad.
I do this thing in my club act where people put a date in. I tell them what day of the week it was, and I sing a song. Do you know what song was super popular for your 28th birthday?
Pump Up the Jam?
No. No. Crazy. The Gnarls Barkley song.
Oh, really?
Yeah. That was like, so that's what I sing if somebody says sometime around your birthday. But I got to tell you something else. The day you were born was the day I found out I had Taxi. Isn't that great?
It's a lucky day.
June 5th, 1978?
Yeah. That was the day I found out.
What a day.
Do you remember the day? Like, is it the day of the week?
Yeah, it was Monday. Yeah, of course.
Were you born on a Monday?
Yeah, he was. Yeah, of course. Well, the night before was the Grease opening, and the casting director saw me across the room, and he went like this. So I knew, and then the next day I got the offer. Because the party was June 4th.
That's
crazy.
What a lucky
Sunday
day.
night.
Does the day have any color to you?
Sometimes, yeah, and they have a gender and stuff like that. But it's not like it's not synesthesia or something. Yeah. But I'm having so much fun with you guys.
What a connection.
DBL is new every day. We will see you all tomorrow again with Mary Lou.
Yes! I love. That was amazing.
Where hope finds help.
where courage meets conviction, where makers make fans. We are Tegna, a family of local and national media brands that bring us together, serving the greater good of our communities, where national know-how backs local business. Be in good company with Tegna.
But then you want to go back 20 years and cancel somebody for what they did? You know what? You're out of order.
I woke up and said, today is gonna be a good day.
Yeah. At some point, you got to decide for yourself if you're going to stand up for what's wrong or what's right.
Like, are we living in Bizarro world? Sorry, I ran out of steam there.
I have to just push back on that. I think it's an okay conversation to have. That's what really rubbed me and a lot of people the wrong way. I love this story.
Talking about today on Daily Blast Live.
Ashley Judd reveals how her mother, Naomi, died in a heartbreaking new interview.
I went upstairs to let her know that the friend was there, and I discovered her.
People are losing millions as cryptocurrency tanks. Should celebrities be held accountable for putting their face on a financial flop? And we are jam-packed with stars all day, all live. Jason Oppenheim dishes on all the Selling Sunset drama. Mama June tells us about her return to reality TV. And remember the Snapple Lady? We're chatting with her in a classic commercial stars Where Are They Now?
Oh my gosh.
Are you insane? This is a sham.
No.
Nope.
Y'all, just stop.
Finally here. Drum roll.
Welcome to DBL. We've got special guest co-host Mary Lou Henner.
So much.
We don't want to let you go.
She fits right in.
I know.
Lovely.
I know. Okay, so we do want to begin with this really tragic news, and I know that you knew her, Mary Lou. We're going to get to you. Ashley Judd is opening up about her mom's tragic suicide and revealed that she was the one who found Naomi after she ended her life. Here's what she told GMA.
I went upstairs to let her know that the friend was there, and I discovered her. And so, because we don't want it to be a part of the gossip economy, I will share with you that she used a weapon. Mother used a firearm. When we're talking about mental illness, it's very important and to be clear and to make the distinction between our loved one and the disease. It's very real, and it is enough to. It lies. It's savage.
Wow. I mean, just her saying it's very important to make the distinction between your loved one and a disease. Naomi had interviewed you, but you've had a lot of friends that have suffered due to mental illness, Robin Williams being one of them. What's going through your mind?
Oh, my gosh. First of all, just the whole thing, just you imagine finding her. You know what I mean? And I had somebody who had found their parent, and when that happens, it's you can't get the images out of your mind. I mean, even if your family member dies when you're in the room, you can't get that out of the mouth. But once it's gunshot and everything else, I mean, my heart goes out to her so much. And she also said something very interesting in the article, or in her interview, about everybody processes grief differently. And so she was kind of, you know, in a numb state and could get through things, whereas her sister, you know, I mean, everybody's different. You just never know when it happens to you how you're going to react.
And I know that you worked with Robin Williams. I believe you were the last person to have worked with him.
One of the last people that oh my, and I've known Robin since 1977, before we even both got on Taxi and Mork and Mindy. I was in an improv class with him and John Ritter, if you can believe it. Wow. You just wanted to get on stage. I know, it's crazy. And he was so unbelievable, you know, and I spent a lot of time knowing him over the years.
Did it surprise you?
It surprised me, but then when you found out what was going on with him, let's put it this way, you never know what is going on in somebody's life. My friend Sharon Feldstein, the mother of Beanie Feldstein and Jonah Hill, she has this incredible organization called Your Mom Cares.
That you're a part of.
Yes, that I'm a part of, and it's all about teen, you know, and children, mental health, and trying to keep people healthy.
Say that again for some of our viewers, maybe their children. Your Mom Cares?
Your Mom Cares. It was started by Sharon Feldstein, Beanie Feldstein, and Jonah Hill's mom, and also Patsy Noah, who is Adam Levine's mother, and Alicia Keys' mom as well.
I'm so glad you guys offer that. I can't even imagine what children experience today. You were very open about when you were a teenager at Michigan, University of Michigan.
And I was just thinking this whole time when she said it's a liar and it's savage depression, my closest person in my life, my mom, didn't know. And that's how much you can separate yourself from the disease. I tell my parents everything, and they didn't know I couldn't lift up a toothbrush. I couldn't get out of my sweatpants. I couldn't get out of bed. Right. That's how much it lies and will manipulate and just and know that they are separate things. Tori and the disease are separate things, and sometimes ask your happy friend. But sometimes ask your friends, even the ones that, remember Naomi said, the rhinestones and crystals, she said, and glitter. Ask those people if they need help too.
And I'm worried, you brought up teens, you know, Jeff, you know, and you work a lot with kids too, Erica, through CASA. I'm really worried about our youth today. You know,
and the 2 years for the, you know, for the pandemic and stuff, they didn't have their socialization.
Right. And I'm worried about everyone. I keep saying, like, we just don't know what the lasting effects of the past 2 years have been on a lot of people. And for those of us who have lost people to suicide, I just want to remind people that it is okay to continue to celebrate that person and the life that they led. I mean, I shared that I lost a friend at the beginning of the pandemic, and when Ashley said that she wanted to be very clear so that it didn't get attached to the rumor mill. And I think a lot of people are trying to protect the legacy of the person who's no longer with us, but also the legacy of their families. But when I got the call, it wasn't that she had died. It was, Erica, she shot herself in the head. And I know that that's like very, like, it's a stark thing, but it didn't make me, because my first reaction, and I've done this before, is to pick up the phone and call the person. And I just, everything stopped. Like, there was a finality to that. And also for us not to speculate, because I already, and I continue to speculate about what happened in the 48 hours since I had last spoken to her. So knowing the details at the time was extremely shocking, but it also made me very clear on what the reality of the situation was. And I think sometimes that's important.
Did it produce any guilt for you?
I had so much guilt. I really did, because this was a person who was, we supported each other, especially during the pandemic. It was something that I spent more time with this person than I really spent with anyone. Right. And, you know, our relationship was a very spiritual connection, and we had an accountability with one another. And so when it happened, I always think, like, what did I miss?
Sure, and that's kind of what she was saying too, you know, in the 3 C's and everything else.
I know.
You know.
Wow. Well, our thoughts and prayers definitely with her and her family. We do want to leave with our viewers these very important hotlines. If you are going through any sort of mental health crisis, or someone you know, do not hesitate to call any of these numbers. Let me tell you, treatment works, treatment helps. You are not alone. We will be right back.
Closed captioning provided by
Daily Blast Live is always focused, always ready, always on cue, always timely. This May, don't miss a day. DBL is all new every day. I always tell you guys the photo of me. So we're talking about depression and how it doesn't discriminate. And I'm on Zoloft. Zoloft works for me, but when but when I look at a picture of my badge, so I suffered postpartum depression. Very
more with your daughter than with your
son? More with Sophie.
Because of the hormones.
Interesting.
A woman's hormones with a female child, it's always much worse in terms of morning sickness and also postpartum.
Wow. Yeah.
Like much higher than with boys.
That makes a lot of sense. And my badge, still that very picture from when 5 years ago I started here, and when I look at that picture, I don't see myself. It's so weird.
You don't look recognizable.
I don't recognize my eyes. So weird. Yeah. But treatment works, you know? So it's
call your mom.
Yeah.
Like my mom's just like call
depending on or your support.
Or your support system,
Yeah.
excuse me. It was like just reach if I just picked up the phone,
Real
it would have
quick.
saved me a year.
Real quick, everybody, for B2B block today.
We were talking about cryptocurrencies here, and specifically, of course, the celebrities who are endorsing them.
I don't want to go too deep into crypto because that's
Yeah,
just
'cause
like
it's like-
a word that makes people's brains go numb.
Yeah, nobody knows.
So it's not really about that. It's about like, celebrity as an endorsement. Is it risky for celebrities to endorse products if they then go south? There's other examples of this where.
What if they're endorsing it without being paid, like Reese and Gwyneth?
Yeah, well, but are they doing it for their own reasons? And is there a risk to this sort of endorsement if then?
Or you're Gwyneth Paltrow and you're sued. Sorry.
Right.
And then we've got
So that's sort of the realm of the conversation more than the.
We've got the Buffy Purcell side.
Like a jade egg in your.
And I've got the tweet for you this morning.
From Reese? Okay. Okay.
Thank you, Dre. A lot of people writing in saying
So-
we're so glad you guys are all here. So I guess people have been writing about their own struggles on the YouTube chat. Yeah. No, you're not alone.
Yeah. Welcome back to DBL. How many of you have seen this commercial starring Matt Damon? Take a look.
With 4 simple words that have been whispered by the intrepid since the time of the Romans. Fortune favors the brave.
Break. So, hey, seal of 2 thumbs up.
I'm
for
still
Jeff.
on board.
I hate it.
I'm still on board.
Matt is not the only celebrity promoting cryptocurrencies. Gwyneth Paltrow, Tom Brady, Reese Witherspoon, Serena Williams, and many more have also urged fans to invest their money. But here's the thing. Major cryptocurrencies have seen some steep losses. More than $200 billion in value was wiped out in one day alone. Now, if you don't know what cryptocurrencies are, we're not entirely sure either. It's okay. Experts say they are a digital currency that's exchanged online, that's not tied to a government, but ultimately what we want to talk about is what responsibility do these stars have if they're telling fans to invest and then those fans lose their money? So DBL Nation, gotta hear from you. Always want to know what you think. How much are you influenced by celebrity endorsements? A lot, a little, none at all. Go to our DBLvote.com or go to DBLvote. That's a mouthful. It's the cryptocurrencies in my head. Okay, so what are you thinking, Jeff?
First of all, if I was voting, I would put not at all, right? I'm influenced by certain people that influence my life, but not where I'm going to spend my money, not how I spend my money, not who I vote for. This is as silly as people going out and endorsing a president. Hey, man, I'm your favorite musician. Vote for this person. What? Are you out of your mind?
They're citizens too. Why can't they speak up?
Okay, whatever.
Okay.
So, but that's getting back to this. Let's not just blame it on celebrities. There's crypto.com arena, which took over Staples Center. The NBA, all their jerseys now have crypto logos on there. So they're not just, don't blame celebrities. Everyone's trying to get in this game, but nothing's for free. Nothing's for free. And don't.
And there's no thing there.
Have some discernment when celebrities tell you something, right? I love Mark Wahlberg. I like Matt Damon. I didn't buy cryptocurrency because of his commercial.
But I would have. I'm someone who's gullible.
I literally, and I'm not gullible, and I'm very thoughtful and careful with my money. I am.
Yeah.
And so I had always thought about it. I never understood what it was. And luckily, I just dipped my toe in the water like 2 weeks ago, so thank goodness. And maybe it'll go back up, like the stocks fluctuate. But I was influenced by Reese Witherspoon's tweet. So Reese Witherspoon says, crypto's here to stay. I'm committed to supporting creators who have pioneered the NFT space and encouraging more women to be a part of the conversation, because 70% of the people benefiting from crypto are men.
So they use that part of it.
I was just like, oh, now she's not being paid by any cryptocurrency. No crypto wallets are paying her.
I'd be curious to know who took their money out to cause the 200 billion, because they, you know, was it like you were gathering and then selling? But here's the thing that in my research this morning that I found out, I can't believe that the amount of energy that it takes to do all these computers trying to compute these things, that could run Argentina, and there's no stopping it. It's like, it's such an energy suck to be creating these cryptos.
And there's nothing there.
There's nothing there.
That's what's so bizarre.
Yeah. Well, I mean, also, for me, I'm very much like, I go to the experts, and when people say like not everyone can afford a team, you don't necessarily need a team. There's so much free information out there, and that's the reason why the people that I go to who are also like not together, they're independent. I think that's very important too, to diversify. But we just had Buffy Purcell on just a couple weeks ago talking specifically about this.
Why would you listen to them? You know what I mean? And when they invest, they have way more resources than you do. Crypto is like gambling. And if you can't save $100 for more than 3 days, you shouldn't be looking at no cryptocurrency, huh?
Okay. Advised, okay? And you know, she gives out free nuggets of wisdom, but here's the thing about it. If there's someone that you relate to, and maybe it's not like financially or you're relating to them more on like a financial level, they've done something and they're successful, take some of their advice, but also be discerning, like Jeff said. You know, you do not have those same types of resources. I rely a lot on Buffy, but also Buffy and I have a very similar history when it comes to things. So I find somebody who really speaks to you and speaks to what your current situation is, who's going to be honest with you about how to invest your money.
Well said. And research, right? Okay, so final vote. Let's see what our viewers say. None at all is 88%, a little 8%, and a lot 4% of you are influenced, just 4% by celebrities.
I don't know if that's honest.
That's a lie. This show is great. You should believe me, okay? Just believe me.
You got the endorsement.
I know on DBL, Broadway star Patty LuPone yells at an audience member. What led to the outburst? We're going to tell you after the break.
This was when
Last week, a draft version of a Supreme Court opinion leaked to Politico, revealing a majority of justices are prepared to overturn Roe v. Wade and allow states to write their own abortion laws. Since then, there have been a flurry of claims online about measures that might be taken in some states if that happens. One claim said a law in Tennessee has already passed that would go further than abortion and ban emergency contraception. The Post said, quote, Tennessee just banned Plan B and made it a crime punishable by a $50,000 fine to order it. So is that true? Did Tennessee ban Plan B and make ordering it a crime? The first thing to know is that Plan B is an emergency contraceptive, not an abortion pill. That means it prevents a pregnancy from happening in the first place. It doesn't end an existing one. Now, the author of the viral tweet has actually since deleted it, and she told CNN she mistakenly misinterpreted the law. What Tennessee actually just passed is a new law dealing with abortion pills, a totally different drug. And it doesn't even actually ban those pills either. It only requires that they be prescribed by a doctor in person and prohibits the pills from being provided by mail. And here's the other thing. That requirement actually already existed in Tennessee. The main thing this new law changes, it stiffens the penalty for providers who violate the law from a Class B misdemeanor to a Class E felony. That means anyone like a doctor who gives someone abortion pills through the mail or without seeing them in person could face up to a $50,000 fine in Tennessee. But the law explicitly states, quote, a criminal penalty shall not be assessed against a patient upon whom a chemical abortion is attempted or performed. So we can verify, no, Tennessee did not ban Plan B and make ordering it a crime. With your Verify, I'm Casey Decker.
Welcome back to DBL. We were scheduled to have Jason Oppenheim on the show today, but there was a technical issue. We hope to get him on another time very soon. So instead, we want to talk.
Oh, that's so weird.
Why?
Didn't Chriselle's music video just come out with G-Flip?
I think it did today, right?
I pick up what you're laying down.
Yeah, okay.
I was just asking a question.
Maybe checking out his crypto.
We're all in reality here.
All right. Instead, we're going to talk about Broadway legend Patti LuPone. She did not hold back recently. She went off on a pair of theater goers who were not following the rules to wear their masks. Take a look.
Put your mask over your nose. That's why you're in the theater. That is the rule. If you don't want to follow the rule, get the Who do you think you are if you do not respect the people that are sitting around you? You pay my salary. Chris Harper pays my salary.
Wow. You're all chatting about it.
She's feisty. I know her.
Scared.
She is extremely feisty, extraordinarily talented. And you know what? You're sitting next to it. It's the Broadway rule. Don't go to a Broadway show if you're not going to wear your mask. It's the rule. You're sitting this close to people, closer than we are. And you're there and they're doing a talk back, you know, and the actors can finally see you and everything else. It's disrespectful. Those are the rules in Broadway theaters right now. I don't care your politics. I don't care your mask mandate. That is the policy in Broadway theaters now.
But Mary Lou, let me ask you a question. You're absolutely right. I agree with you. How would you respond, though? Would you respond that way?
I'm not a big swearer. You know, we have a swear jar in my house.
You do?
Yeah, well, because my 7 and 9-year-old niece and nephew live with us part of the time. And so, you know, my husband fills it. They're going to college on what my husband says. He said, my nephew said, oh, there's a new tooth fairy in town. This is more than the tooth fairy.
But doesn't anger spark anger? So if someone talked to me that way,
no, but
I wouldn't appreciate that.
No, but knowing Patti, she probably was paying attention, and she realized the woman was slipping and stuff. And you know, but still, you're on stage and you're trying to stop.
No, I get it. I just responding and you're the celebrity, they're there to see you. Maybe have a little more respect. I don't know. Maybe it's just me.
But they say, what's the saying that I always get wrong about you attract more bees with honey?
It's something with honey and vinegar flies.
Honey.
Yeah. But apparently, to provide more context, the individuals were asked to continuously put on their mask. I'm sure the actors up there were distracted by that.
Exactly.
And it is, you don't know if Patti lost someone. I lost someone to COVID. You all know, my brother-in-law. And
she had it not too long ago. You know, and it closed a lot of Broadway shows and everything else.
And she puts that on her back a lot.
Ideally, she should have, to your point, though, Jeff, handled it with more respect.
I mean, I'm paying money to come see you. I like you. I'm a fan. And you're right. Wear the mask.
Broadway went dark for 2 years. Yeah. People are still struggling to make ends meet. Like, if you want to go see the show, maybe not disrespect the whole community who didn't even know how they were going to pay their bills for 2 years. So, yeah, I'm sure that there was a lot of angst about it. But wouldn't you be angry if you couldn't pay your bills for 2 years?
But don't disrespect the people that are paying you. Don't disrespect them.
I
totally agree.
Everybody around that woman was like, "Thank you, Patti." You saw that they were like applauding.
Yeah, but I think it could have been done in a little nicer.
I don't know if I'd go back.
Of course, we can always Monday morning go back.
The swearing out. Yeah.
What are we supposed to do on here? Hey, way to go! I love your show.
We'll be right back.
Promotional consideration is brought to you by
Fashion has always been fleeting, but my God, it feels out of control these days. So if you belong to the millennial or the Gen Z crowd, you may have heard of the term fast fashion. It's just the buying of cheap, mass-marketed clothes that you wear like 1 or 2 times, and then you trash it since the fad was like so last week. In fact, fast fashion has become a booming industry. Popular stores like Zara, Fashion Nova, and the Chinese giant Shein cater to this whiplash type of fashion, right? This year alone, Shein is expected to top $100 billion. All good, right? Not for the planet, because these clothes need to be made so fast and so cheaply, it has become one of the world's worst environmental enemies. You see, it's a 3-way hit. First, companies use cheap materials from farms that use pesticides and fertilizers. Second, the factories that churn out those $2 crop tops I can't wear, well, they end up pumping enormous amounts of carbon into the air. And lastly, the materials themselves they're all synthetic. So tons and tons of microplastics end up in the ocean and then into our food chain. Shein is actually one of the worst culprits out there, cranking out new clothes like it's butter in 1780. Compared to Zara, which has about 600 new items currently on their site, Shein pumps out 6 1,000 new items every single day. That's a lot of butter, and it's hell on Mother Nature. The remedy? Make some noise. After hearing complaints from Gen Zers, certain brands are trying to use more sustainable practices. Another alternative? Slow fashion. it makes for a happier planet. By making more conscious choices when you go shopping, like picking items that are of higher quality, they will last you a little bit longer. Also, buying and selling used clothing online is a breeze with apps like Poshmark, ThredUp, or Vinted. These apps can offer used clothes that are reusable, recyclable, and a gazillion% more eco-friendly. So next time you have to have those high-waisted, lightly washed, ripped mom jeans that everyone is wearing, maybe look online for a used pair, or even just ask your mom. Now you know.
Tech giants Apple, Google, and Microsoft are teaming up to change the way we log into our accounts. Earlier this month, all three companies announced they were committed to building tools for passwordless sign-in across their platforms. It's based on a standard called FIDO, and it works like this. Users choose an authentication device, in most cases a smartphone. When you log into your account on a computer or tablet, your phone is sent a notification. To unlock your account, all you'll need to do is unlock your phone. It's sort of like current two-factor authentication, where a passcode is sent to your phone, and then you have to enter that passcode on the other devices. But thanks to advances in tech, no passwords are required when using FIDO. You'll just unlock your phone using your face, fingerprint, or whatever method you choose, and you'll be logged in on the other device.
Welcome back to DBL. We've got a special birthday shout out.
I'm so excited because today is my son Nick's 28th birthday. He's the one on the left. Yes! And my son Joey, he's 28. My son Joey is 26 and a half today. Oh, it's his half birthday. They're May 12th and November 12th. And it's funny, it took me 3.5 years to get pregnant with Nikki. We had like fertility things and we kept, but it was unexplained. And then he was born and I looked at his little face and I said, now I know why it took 3.5 years, because I was waiting for him.
Oh.
You know? And then Joe, it was, well, you know what it is like with your kids. I mean, it's unbelievable. And I'm so proud of him. He's directing his very first feature film. I can't tell the name because it's going to be a big announcement. And he's got all these fabulous people in it, and I'm so proud of him, and I just love him so much, and I hope I get a chance. He's working, so I hope I get a chance to talk to him. But there's nothing like being a mother. It's like the best job of your life. And Joey, being 26 and a half, he's writing, he's a comedy guy, and he's doing improv. He's an international bridge player, and I love my boys so much, and we always celebrate their birthdays and their half birthdays. So thank you for this incredible opportunity. Absolutely. I was doing on my 28th birthday, but Tori, do you know what you were doing on yours?
Yeah, I was at a really awesome bar coaching horses in LA on Sunset. Yeah, and I was having some fun.
Do you know what day of the week it was?
No.
Yeah, it was a Tuesday.
Was it?
Yeah, Tuesday. So you were having fun.
She has her crazy memories.
That's
is
crazy.
Insane.
You know what else? The Haiti earthquake happened that day.
Well, what's your birthday?
As well.
January 12th. That's exactly right.
Yeah.
Gosh.
So that was your 28th.
Wow.
Do you remember what Erica was doing on her 28th, or know what was happening?
Well, I know what I was doing. I was on a family trip to Yosemite. It was, I know you were born on Valentine's Day, which is such a great day to be born. And that was the weekend. It was also President's Weekend that weekend. So we were with my family, and my boys were in a show and stuff. You know, they were with us. Do you know what you were doing? What day of the week it was?
I think it was a Friday.
It was a Saturday.
Oh, it was?
But maybe you celebrated all weekend.
Oh, yeah. I had just moved here to Denver.
Oh, to Denver.
So, yeah. And I went out with someone who worked in the building actually got me. No. At the building that I lived in, got me into this like nightclub. And I remember they got me a bottle, like, because they felt so bad that I was here like by myself on my birthday. And they got me a bottle, and this girl comes up and like takes the bottle, and I was like, that's my bottle, and she goes, no, it's everyone's bottle, or it's some girl named Erica's bottle, or something like that. And I was like, I'm Erica. Thank you. Thank you.
No, it's such a turning point to, I think, 28, because it's like, 27 is really the beginning of the rest of it, but 28, you're like really solid. And I just have to say, my son Joey, Nikki took 3.5 years.
We are running
Joey
out of time here.
Sorry.
I'm so sorry, but you better stay tuned because Mary Lou is going to tell Jeff and I what happened on our 28th birthdays. We didn't even know this. You're not going to want to miss this. If you're leaving us, you can watch the second half of the show online. But if you get the second half of the show where you are, here is what's ahead. Our classic commercial stars, Where Are They Now? Week continues. We're going to be joined by the Snapple Lady herself, and Mama June's going to join us live. Don't miss it.
The future of abortion access is unclear, and on social media, some are asking whether a state could ban interstate travel to get an abortion. For example, if West Virginia banned abortion in a post-Roe world, could they stop one of their residents from going to Maryland to get an abortion where it was still legal? Let's verify. Our sources are a trio of legal experts from the Georgetown Law Center, the Temple University Law School, and the University of Pittsburgh Law School. Our Georgetown expert says one thing is very clear.
No state can prevent somebody from going to another state or back into your own state. The only one that can regulate interstate travel and commerce is the U.S. Congress itself.
So we could verify that no, a state cannot physically prevent a patient from crossing state lines to get an abortion. But our legal experts say that some states are likely to pass laws to try and punish those involved with an out-of-state abortion, whether it's trying to extradite an out-of-state provider, punishing those who aid and abet the abortion, such as the person who drives the patient, or even penalizing the patient themselves when they return to their home state.
They can't physically stop them, perhaps, but they can create liability for someone who is going to help someone do that.
And we're seeing efforts to limit out-of-state abortions already. And our experts say whether any of these laws are constitutional is the big question right now.
It's not a very well-developed area of law. It's certainly never been tested in regard to abortion. So it's unsettled. And ultimately, the arbiter might be the Supreme Court.
With your Verify, I'm Evan Kozloff.
Is Daily Blast Live. We're talking about what you're talking about.
Oh my gosh.
Are you insane? This is a sham.
No.
No.
Y'all just
It's
stop.
finally here. Drum roll.
There's a lot that happen behind closed doors that a lot of people don't know.
You go back on whatever you say.
It's not that easy.
Mama's bad choices are finally catching up to her.
I'm scared. I know what Gino's capable of.
What if something happened to her?
I don't know what's wrong with Mama.
And the truth's coming out.
Mama June and her new boy toy. $50,000.
Where does she find these men? Convicts.com.
So that was a clip from Mama June, Road to Redemption. That's right. The former pageant mom is back on TV and here today to tell her story. Welcome to the show, Mama June Shannon. Thank you.
Thank you.
So June, let's get right into this. Your daughter, Elena, or Honey Boo Boo as everyone knows her, is 16 and she's dating a 20-year-old man. Now we're going right into it. Why are you choosing to defend this relationship?
A lot of people got to realize Alana's fixing to be 17. And I think that, she is getting a lot of hate because it is an interracial couple. Also, people got to realize that, Pumpkin and Josh were the same age when they met 7 years ago. So, in the state of Georgia, the legal age is 16.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
So June, after Toddlers and Tiaras made you a household name, what were the biggest challenges for you coping with that fame?
It was kind of strange, and even after, almost 11 years, it is still a surreal thing for me because it's like we're known in 492 countries. We're known by a lot of A-list celebrities. I mean, it's just kind of like a surreal thing still today, even after 11 years.
Wow. I can't even imagine that. We're very open on the show about feeling depressed and low, and I just wanted to know what you thought was your rock bottom and what you thought helped you out of that, and if you can be just very clear, because someone right now probably is watching going through that.
You know, like I said, I mean, you know, if you're talking about my addiction, you know, my rock bottom was just being tired of being tired. But 29 months later, clean and sober, you know, I've dealt with the last year learning who June Shannon is, getting out of a domestic violence situation, getting out of a toxic situation that I stayed way too many years on. But that is what it's going to show, you know, this season. The first 2 episodes is going to show how I had to deal with being in a domestic violence situation in the public eye and having to keep it behind closed doors.
Congratulations on your sobriety.
Yeah,
and I understand. So what was the hardest part of it? Because I know a lot of people have been through it, and everybody seems to have a different sort of point of view about that. What was the most difficult for you?
Difficulty in my sobriety is just, you know, it would be so much easier for me to go out and mask those feelings with drugs. But it's even more easier for me to wake up every morning and say, for the next 24 hours, I'm going to stay clean no matter what goes on in my life. And so when I set my mind to something, I do it.
Good for you.
And, you know, June, 29 months sober is a really big deal. That's a huge first step on a road back to redemption. And, you know, I've been waiting to talk to you because I interviewed your daughter, Anna, a while back. And this was for HLN CNN. And I have to be honest, she was so hurt, so angry with you at that time. Again, this was about 10 years ago. And she was angry because you got back together with Mark McDaniel, your ex, who served prison time for molesting her.
I did not.
Okay, well, that was her
I did not
claim.
get back with him.
Okay, so that was her claim. I just want to know from you, did you and Anna make amends? I hope you did. Is there anything that you regret in regard to you and Anna's relationship?
Me and Anna?
Anna, yes.
You know, situations happen in life, and, you know, we both know what's behind the closed doors. And that situation we deal with behind closed doors with her. And like I said, it's not that I don't love my child. It's just situations, and it has nothing to do with my ex, because I never did get back with Mark McDaniel. But that's the horse that's beaten, and we don't talk about that anymore. That's 10 years ago.
But you guys are on better terms, you and Anna?
We talk periodically, yes.
Well, that's a step, and I hope that you guys can find your way back to each other and heal from all that trauma.
Yeah, speaking of healing, let's talk about Road to Redemption. You say a lot happened, like you just said, behind closed doors between you and your ex, Gino. So what happened? How do you process it? How much do you want to share? How do you keep that private? And do you want to keep any of it private?
For a long time, I kept it private. For like 3 years, I still filmed season 3, season 4, season 5. I was spinning out of control in my own addiction. I kept it behind closed doors. I didn't want nobody to know about it. But now, because I'm learning who June Shannon is for once in my life, for the first time in 41 years, I want to be able to share that, because I've shared my weight loss. I've shared my addiction. I've shared my recovery. I've shared working on my kids. And now, sharing a domestic violence toxic situation, I want to show people there is a way out. God may open up many doors, and you may not walk through it, because I was scared myself. But then when that final door opened last year, I ran out that door and have never looked back. Never.
Wow. And I know this season you're also, you're also battling for custody of Alana, who was great on Dancing with the Stars Junior, by the way. She's a real character, still got the talent, the girl, you know. And you're battling for custody for Alana with Lawrence. So how has that affected your relationship with both of them?
We still see each other every day. You know, it's been an ongoing thing. And just again, like I tell people, she's 16, and so when we go in front of the judge, she's able to make her own decisions, because in the state of Georgia, it's age 12 to 13. And when you go in front of the judge listens to that child. So that's what we're dealing with as a family right now.
All right. Well, thank you for your transparency and for chatting with us today. Be sure to watch Mama June Road to Redemption on WeTV. Thank you. We'll be right back.
Thank you.
Thanks,
Thank you.
Thank you.
Closed captioning provided by
Poshmark is the
Daily Blast Live is always focused. Always ready, always on cue, always timely. This May, don't miss a day. DBL is all new every day.
You put it out there.
Hey guys, so we're answering some of your questions. Speaking about the red hair, she said it was a total advantage.
Let's do
a lot
it.
of gingers are
Because
writing
you
in.
stand up, yeah. And my son, this is the only where it's not an advantage. My son, who is very red hair, I used to say, Joey, there's going to be 20 kids. If you're all in trouble, it doesn't matter. They're going to remember the redhead.
That's so true.
Don't be in trouble.
That's so true. Fourth question for Miss Wendy, so you'll follow Sam. Yes.
She remembers everything. That's
Great.
great.
And then Jeff, you've got the last one. Ready for it.
Okay, and then if you feel comfortable with, someone did ask about the Hollywood couch, and that is a hard topic to go into. But again, the Me Too movement in Hollywood.
Right. I've been asked about this a lot.
And
I've been
wanted
asked
to know
about
if you're
this a lot.
comfortable.
I think I always, I never went through that thing because I think. I don't know. There's so many different reasons why that may have happened. And it may have been like I was always protected by my taxi guys or about, being with famous boyfriends or something, and maybe people. I don't know. I don't know.
It's also I also feel like, and I wonder if you guys agree with me. Like you're so good in comedy. I feel like it's a lot of the ingenues who know. I feel like you were.
I was
knew
never
more.
an ingenue.
You're right. Right. You were on it.
I don't know. Maybe. I was always on guard. Too.
Yeah, and you had a lot of people protecting you.
But listen, there's so many women who are in the same position I was, who are just as funny, not funny, if not funny, or everything. It always depended on the person. Maybe I just didn't run into the same perpetrators that other people did.
Wow. But you've heard of it certainly in Hollywood. It's everywhere.
Yeah. Well, especially lately. I mean, gosh, so many things. Yeah.
Thanks, guys. Keep writing in.
Yes, she was the lovable lady from Long Island who answered the fan mail for one very popular drink. Do you remember these commercials?
Hello from Snapple. Today's letter is from Nancy Lambert. Her dog Shane can be asleep in the back bedroom, but if you open his Snapple, she comes running.
Hi, an eligible Snapple fan from Wisconsin writes, I take sudden glances at this girl while I drink bottles of Passion Supreme soda, but I can't find the nerve to talk to her. Can you please help?
Hi from Snapple. We got a letter here from Dirk MacGyver. Your iced tea is the best I have ever tasted. I am not lying when I say this. We'll see about that.
Yes, please welcome to the show, Wendy Parker.
She's great. Hello. It's such a pleasure. You didn't forget me. It's been 30 years.
You're unforgettable, Wendy. You look fabulous. Well, she looks exactly the same. Yeah.
So you know what? I tell everybody by the time I die, I'm not going to look better.
Get out there.
Wendy, I have a question because I didn't know this before this, but you were an actual Snapple employee before you started filming these commercials. And kind of a turn here, that job came at a really difficult time in your life. Do you mind just sharing a little bit about what was happening for you?
It's like Sobriety Thursday. I'm like laughing. So anyway, I grew up in the 80s, so I too was a cocaine addict, and I was working in my family business, and they told me that I had to get out of my family business, tough love, and one of the owners of Snapple knew me. He was like a surrogate father, and there was a rule at Snapple, no friends, no family, and he talked to everybody, and he cleared it for me, and it became my sober job. But I just got to let you know that I turned him down 2 times before he took me on, but he told me, I'm only paying you $20,000 a year, so you're going to have to work for it. And that made me feel really good about this job.
You earned it.
This is such an incredible story because you started to notice the fan mail coming into the Snapple building, but no one was paying attention to it but you. So why did you start answering them?
It's like Tori.
It's like me. It's like me.
we were growing so crazily at the time, and I knew, from rehab, I had gone away for 28 days. It became a 10-month ordeal, and they told me specifically, the best place for you to be, Wendy, is out of your own head.
Right.
So when these letters started to come in, I realized it could be a vehicle for me to do good for others and to get normal and healthier and to be a kinder, better person. And, my boss said, you know what, if that's something that you want to do, I didn't grow up with computers. I'm too old for that. So they sent me back to school, and I started to answer everybody who wrote to us. And it was unbelievable because it became community stuff. It became sponsorships into great things. And you know what? Like, I just remember so vividly looking in the mirror, like after about a year of sobriety. And this is back at about 1989, 1990. And I just remember looking at myself in the mirror and seeing finally the sparkle in my eye. And I started to cry, and I just said, I am never going back. And they believed in me more than I believed in myself, but it's going to be 33 years for me. So I'm pretty damn proud.
Wendy, first of all, the fact that you just speak so positively and candidly about your addiction story and your journey and your success is breaking barriers, and I'm hoping that someone at home, and I know someone at home, is receiving that. So thank you. You were talking about all these letters you guys were receiving. I just want our viewers to understand, by year 3 of filming, you were receiving 3,000 letters a week.
Okay.
What are some of the
have to
craziest
understand.
ones?
First of all, it was such a nutty time because if you think about it, it's before social media.
Yeah.
So I'm getting 3,000 stamped letters a week, and some of the crazy ones, like one of my favorites, I was never invited to the prom. My best friend ended up taking me, but I was invited to a prom, and there was no damn way that I wasn't going to the prom. And I actually went with the Today Show filming because it was going to be recorded that I didn't care that I was 33 years old, but I was going to the prom. That was one of them. And one of my favorites was a guy sent me a picture off of a pier, a wooden pier, and he's naked. And I wrote him back to cover up so he can get a splinter in his office.
But Wendy, I got to ask you this because we're running out of time. But after these commercials, we really didn't see you. We've been talking for just a couple minutes. I want to see more of you.
Me too.
What have you been doing, and why aren't you on TV more?
It's so nice of you. I was not an actress, so I didn't really care. I did my job. I wasn't like looking for fame and fortune. I was in my 50s when all this started to happen, and my parents started to get sick.
Aww.
So unfortunately for me, my father had Parkinson's and dementia. My mother got depressed, and I started to travel to Florida as the oldest child to be there and to help them. And I also have to tell you, in 2009, I had a home in the Berkshires and it burnt down from a storm that we had. So I was busy getting my life in order, my parents' life in order, and I have been toying with a book because I do have an incredible story.
You got to write a book. I'm telling you, you have to start a podcast. We're out of time, but I'm telling you, I'll help you out. I won't, but I'll give you the idea.
My life announces.
I think you're fantastic.
Wendy, we appreciate you. It's so good to see your face. Thanks so much for today. We'll be right back.
Thank you. Bye.
Snapple Pod.
So fun.
Snapple Cat Podcast.
I've never really been offered abuse.
Last week, a draft version of a Supreme Court opinion leaked to Politico, revealing a majority of justices are prepared to overturn Roe v. Wade and allow states to write their own abortion laws. Since then, there have been a flurry of claims online about measures that might be taken in some states if that happens. One claim said a law in Tennessee has already passed that would go further than abortion and ban emergency contraception. The Post said, quote, Tennessee just banned Plan B and made it a crime punishable by a $50,000 fine to order it. So is that true? Did Tennessee ban Plan B and make ordering it a crime? The first thing to know is that Plan B is an emergency contraceptive, not an abortion pill. That means it prevents a pregnancy from happening in the first place. It doesn't end an existing one. Now, the author of the viral tweet has actually since deleted it, and she told CNN she mistakenly misinterpreted the law. What Tennessee actually just passed is a new law dealing with abortion pills, a totally different drug. And it doesn't even actually ban those pills either. It only requires that they be prescribed by a doctor in person and prohibits the pills from being provided by mail. And here's the other thing. That requirement actually already existed in Tennessee. The main thing this new law changes, it stiffens the penalty for providers who violate the law from a Class B misdemeanor to a Class E felony. That means anyone like a doctor who gives someone abortion pills through the mail or without seeing them in person could face up to a $50,000 fine in Tennessee. But the law explicitly states, quote, a criminal penalty shall not be assessed against a patient upon whom a chemical abortion is attempted or performed. So we can verify, no, Tennessee did not ban Plan B and make ordering it a crime. With your Verify, I'm Casey Decker.
Oh no. It's the best time of the week. Get your phones out to scan our QR code so you can shop till you drop with our friends at MorningSave. Check it out. Steph, what do you have for us today?
Hi, Tori, looking gorgeous. And hey, DBL Nation, I've got some wonderful products and even better deals just for you. You're going to go wild for this. So first up, we've got Lifestyle Advanced Airstream Elite True Wireless Earbuds with a charging case. Ooh. So look at this cute colour. I'm in love with this. So deal includes one pair of earbuds with a charging case, super snazzy, and a charging cable. We've got it in 5 colours: black, grey, rose gold, pink, and purple. My favourite, love this. And this alternative has got a price tag that we all can love. Ooh. And guess what, Tori? You can even answer and decline calls, skip through your music, and easily pair up with other devices with just a tap. Normally, they're $70. Guess what? We've got them for $19, which saves everyone 73%.
Get them in every color.
Please.
That's brilliant. And I do think the color makes a difference. Everyone's kind of branding themselves now. That purple's darling.
All right, now this one, we all know I love skincare, so it's the ultimate one for me. Ooh. It's L'Oreal Paris Revitalift Anti-Wrinkle Plus Firming Eye and Night Cream Set.
Oh, I need this.
So the deal includes one cute eye cream and one night cream. So this firming eye cream treatment is formulated specifically for the delicate skin around your eyes. So literally you need to keep it smooth and firm, and this is how you're going to do it. Now, the firming night cream, this will help nourish your skin and moisture and address the most visible skin concerns all while you're asleep.
Nice.
It's dermatologist tested, fragrance free, and it will not clog up your pores. So normally this would be $36, but we've got both of them for $20. Well, 44%.
2 for $20. And by the way, ladies or men, before eye makeup, a little dab of this will keep the cakiness away.
Now, Tori, you are going to love this. We've got Heim Vision Sunrise Alarm Clock Wake Up Light. So this deal includes one smart alarm clock. Now, who doesn't want to wake up on the right side of the bed every morning? Well, with this Sunrise Alarm Clock, you will establish a healthy sleep and wake up routine. I mean, it's going to make you getting out of bed so much easier.
Yes.
And the red tinted light gradually increases before your preset wake up time. So it means your room will be filled with a bright yellow light, which mimics the sunrise. So it makes it feel so much more natural, and it's not a horrible beeping alarm clock that just puts you in a bad mood immediately. So normally this is $60. But we've got it for only $24, Tori, which saves you 60%.
The idea of not being my morning, first thing I see or hear will be lovely. I'm buying this.
And then last, but this is not least, we have got a 10-pack of LuPone 12 LED outdoor solar landscape spotlights.
Oh, nice.
So this deal includes 10 spotlights, so you can illuminate your front yard, backyard, or pathways with this 10-pack of solar spotlights. And these are powerful solar panels, so the lights will stay on for more than 12 hours at night.
Nice.
And they automatically turn on and off by detecting sunlight or dusk. So savvy. Normally, these are $120. We've got them for $49, which saves everyone at home 59%.
Guys, spring, summer, all I do is have solar Christmas lights all over all my trees, and this will light up your plants beautifully. You hit them in the right spot. Head on over to MorningSave.com to snag these amazing deals at the lowest prices. You can even go ahead and scan the QR code on screen or visit MorningSave.com. Thank you so much, Steph. We'll be right back.
Promotional consideration is brought to you by
Fashion has always been fleeting, but my God, it feels out of control these days. So if you belong to the millennial or the Gen Z crowd, you may have heard of the term fast fashion. It's just the buying of cheap, mass-marketed clothes that you wear like 1 or 2 times, and then you trash it since the fad was like so last week. In fact, fast fashion has become a booming industry. Popular stores like Zara, Fashion Nova, and the Chinese giant Shein cater to this whiplash type of fashion, right? This year alone, Shein is expected to top $100 billion. All good, right? Not for the planet, because these clothes need to be made so fast and so cheaply, it has become one of the world's worst environmental enemies. You see, it's a 3-way hit. First, companies use cheap materials from farms that use pesticides and fertilizers. Second, the factories that churn out those $2 crop tops I can't wear, well, they end up pumping enormous amounts of carbon into the air. And lastly, the materials themselves they're all synthetic. So tons and tons of microplastics end up in the ocean and then into our food chain. Shein is actually one of the worst culprits out there, cranking out new clothes like it's butter in 1780. Compared to Zara, which has about 600 new items currently on their site, Shein pumps out 6,000 new items every single day. That's a lot of butter, and it's hell on Mother Nature. The remedy? Make some noise. After hearing complaints from Gen Zers, certain brands are trying to use more sustainable practices. Another alternative? Slow fashion. It makes for a happier planet. By making more conscious choices when you go shopping, like picking items that are of higher quality, they will last you a little bit longer. Also, buying and selling used clothing online is a breeze with apps like Poshmark, ThredUp, or Vinted. These apps can offer used clothes that are reusable, recyclable, and a gazillion% more eco-friendly. So next time you have to have those high-waisted, lightly washed, ripped mom jeans that everyone is wearing, maybe look online for a used pair, or even just ask your mom. Now you know.
Tech giants Apple, Google, and Microsoft are teaming up to change the way we log into our accounts. Earlier this month, all 3 companies announced they were committed to building tools for passwordless sign-in across their platforms. It's based on a standard called FIDO, and it works like this. Users choose an authentication device, in most cases a smartphone. When you log into your account on a computer or tablet, your phone is sent a notification. To unlock your account, all you'll need to do is unlock your phone. It's sort of like current 2-factor authentication, where a passcode is sent to your phone, and then you have to enter that passcode on the other devices. But thanks to advances in tech, no passwords are required when using FIDO. You'll just unlock your phone using your face, fingerprint, or whatever method you choose, and you'll be logged in on the other device.
Tomorrow on DBL, the Tony Danza joins us live to chat with former Taxi co-star Mary Lou Henner. Plus, in our series Classic Commercial Stars, Where Are They Now? We're talking with David Naughton from the iconic Dr. Pepper commercial. I'm a pepper, you're a pepper. That's tomorrow on DBL.
Welcome back to DBL. So Mary Lou, as we've been talking, has this exceptional memory. Less than 100 people in the world have the memory like you. We told our viewers earlier that you would talk about Jeff and I's birthday. I was August 6, 1980.
Right. My son Nick is 28 today. My son Joey is 26 and a half today. And so we're doing a little shout out to them. So I was asking everybody about their 28th birthday. Do you remember yours or what day of the week it was?
I don't remember the day of the week. I just remember that my husband and I, because we have the same birthday, went to a place called Birds in Hollywood, and tequila was involved.
Yep, we've all been there. Well, Jeff, I'm excited about your birthday. Because do you remember yours?
Mine was June 5th. I don't remember what I did, but I might have been in Canada fishing with my dad.
I do this thing in my club act where people put a date in. I tell them what day of the week it was, and I sing a song. Do you know what song was super popular for your 28th birthday?
Pump Up the Jam?
No. No. Crazy. The Gnarls Barkley song.
Oh, really?
Yeah. That was like, so that's what I sing if somebody says sometime around your birthday. But I got to tell you something else. The day you were born was the day I found out I had taxi. Isn't that great?
June 5th, 1978?
Yeah. That was the day I found out.
What a day. Do you remember the day? Like, is it the day of the week?
Yeah, it was Monday. Yeah, of course.
Were you born on a Monday?
Yeah, he was. Yeah, of course. Well, the night before was the Grease opening, and the casting director saw me across the room, and he went like this. So I knew, and then the next day I got the offer. Because the party was June 4th.
That's
crazy.
What a lucky
Sunday
day.
night.
Does the day have any color to you?
Oh, sometimes, yeah, and they have a gender and stuff like that. But it's not like it's not synesthesia or something. Yeah. But I'm having so much fun with you guys.
What a connection.
DBL is new every day. We will see you all tomorrow again with Mary Lou.
I love. That was
Where hope finds help. Where courage meets conviction. Where makers make fans. We are Tegna, a family of local and national media brands that bring us together, serving the greater good of our communities. Where national know-how backs local business. Be in good company with Tegna.
But then you want to go back 20 years and cancel somebody for what they did? You know what? You're out of order.
I woke up and said, today is going to be a good day.
Yes. At some point, you got to decide for yourself if you're going to stand up for what's wrong or what's right.
Like, are we living in bizarro world? Sorry, I ran out of steam there.
I have to just push back on that. I think it's an okay conversation to have. That's what really rubbed me and a lot of people the wrong way.
I love this story.